last week either, and it has been a journey and a half.
I forgot you have another group.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I got, Nugget, my Kobold Barbarian.
He got some badass ability.
I commissioned him to get drawn by some guy from Norway. Okay, first I got to read you this dude's name. It's Nagak right?
Sure.
Yeah, that's his name.
And I fucking got... Oh, damn it. It's too bright. He's holding a flaming sword, and he's got these electrical gloves, and he's fucking buff as hell. I'm going to get it colored and shit, too, but he just sent me the sketch, and I'm so hyped.
He's a buff bulb.
He's a buff bulb. And this was back in the days where you couldn't just have a not negative kobold, okay? I had -2 strength to begin with. I had a rough time.
You had -2 strength to begin with?
Mm-hmm.
You did that.
Now I have 27.
I have all of the strength.
We started from the bottom. Now
I had, when I was rolling my stats, I was like, I have to get an 18 to put into strength. Like that is a net, because it's going to be 16, so I need to have an 18. And I did, and I put but I also had 3 9s, so all my mental stats are 9. So, Dungeons and Dragons.
Question: did we heal up after last session? Because I'm looking at 1 hit point.
Yes.
Did you guys level up last session?
That was
the session before.
The session before we leveled up.
I'm still 1 level behind, so.
No, I don't think you right now. Wait, where did we end off last time? Did we end off?
I got my healing salve. We walked away, and I think that was it.
Okay.
Back on the boat.
Back on the boat.
So you encountered the Beholder with his very paranoid sort of outsider behavior. You finally convinced him to travel beyond dimensions and popping your head into the material plane, having to fight a gatekeeper, a construct made of time and with a sort of bell glaive, which you eventually defeated without lack of him trying. And as the whole dimension you were in started to unshackle from its place in the universe, as it started to shake without its gatekeeper there, you popped your head into a bunch of places, eventually got the particles for the healing salve, and brought it back where this Beholder was able to help you. Now you have gotten the healing salve. You've you exited his cavern and now stand on the shore, waiting to be picked up from the ship that you previously owned. Do you guys have anything you want to do as you watch the ship approach the shore?
So, where to next, I guess?
Well, we're currently fixing the hand.
Yeah.
I forget what was next on my agenda. I know I said it like 2 days ago, but
Your agenda was kill something, make a speed.
The boat! We are going to get a boat by the goddess of Queen. Does she go by goddess or the queen?
I don't know.
You know, the death chick we're about to meet. Oh, look, the boat.
And with that very educational conversation, you all sit in awkward silence as the boat slowly pulls up onto shore. Although, as you look towards the piloting position, it is no longer the Raven Queen. It is 2 oddly pale figures sort of standing there, gesturing for you to get on board.
Those guys look familiar to you.
No.
Never seen him.
All right, I'll bite. Who are you guys?
One is very brawny and sort of like stands very tall. His skin is again pale white. His hair is gone mostly, but it's not due to his own choices, as his skin is sort of showing in patches of hair, as if it's been removed through a natural, sort of as if he was balding, as opposed to him just shaving it all off.
Sorry, no, I was waving to chat because someone just called us all out, and I have no idea who it is.
What,
do you
call us
mean?
all out?
They were just like, "Hey, there's Tom, Jared, Garrick, and Avery. Wow!" And I potato
Well,
the gardener.
because your name is Avery, and they know that because they're on your Twitch, and all of us have our names on our
Oh.
screen.
That's right. I made a mistake.
So there you
You
go.
guys
Yeah,
haven't
I
changed
fixed
that.
my
Never
mistake.
mind. Okay. You know, that makes a lot more. I'm an idiot. Keep go. Roll credits.
You
And that's it
credit.
for tonight. I'll see you guys all later. One again, the bald one is very strong, although his muscles seem out of place. As if, have you ever seen George Ludeking flex and how his muscle here is like pop? If you know, you know.
I know.
Their skin is this pale white. Their hands and their teeth extend outwards
Guys.
like daggers, like claws. Yeah.
I know who Potato is.
Yeah, I see that.
It's Thomas Wilson.
Yeah.
And not just saying going to the thing to discover. But hello, other Thomas. Well, he is Thomas. This is Tom. Clear distinction there.
We'll try and
So
refrain from interruptions.
yeah, that's all right. They had their eyes are pitch black as their skin is so white it starts to glow slightly, and again their teeth are jagged and almost like daggers, as they have almost claws as they're constantly hunched over. And then the smaller one, sort of on the captain's wheel, looks over and says, "The Queen sent us for you. Come aboard."
Okay.
Well,
I climb aboard.
I follow suit.
Why not, man? Let's go.
There is no gangplank, as he pulls up very closely next to this rocky coastline that drops off into the ocean. And the larger, sort of a lot more muscular and also shirtless individual stares at you with these pitch black eyes that you can see your own reflection in, as he reaches out a helping hand to grab you, to like help you aboard. Do you guys accept his help?
Yes.
Of course.
As soon as
Yeah.
you touch his skin,
Yeah.
it's almost as like grabbing like raw chicken, as it is slimy and wet and cold. Yet he pulls you aboard and places you down, as he stares at you with his jaw slightly agape, as you can see these curved teeth all sort of furrowed inwards. As he places and helps Broku back onto the ship, he stands in silence and stares, breathing labored.
Alright, so
This guy is.
where is our next destination?
That is a good question, and I don't really remember.
Would it be killing the rat?
Yes. And for that we might need the device and trust.
Oh, yes, old man Trusk. Let's go.
Yes, old probably created you in trust. Most old people are crazy. Especially they magic old people.
Trust, you say?
That is what I said. Yeah.
Yeah.
He spins the wheel, moving the sails, and eventually sort of steadily leaving that coastline. As you start to move sort of northern and eastern, watching the entire continent of Convi move past you very slowly on the right. As you all sit aboard the ship, the two men aboard, without pupils, it's hard to tell directly where they're staring. But you know that even if they face forward near their general field of vision, you can feel their large black eyes focusing on you.
So where'd your queen go?
Again, that the large muscular one sort of like stares and looks down at you as the one behind the wheel says, "She's very busy."
Did he say pissy or busy?
I think he said busy.
Are you sure? It kind of sounded like pissy.
What is she upset about?
Did we do something wrong?
You might have at some point.
Well, okay, what if it was you this time?
You did kind of insult her.
Oh,
Say
I'm
you
out
hate all gods or something like that.
Yeah, you just straight up yelled at her.
That's true.
Yes.
I'd be pissy if I was her as well.
I'm not saying sorry.
You know, she probably heard that.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm gonna take a nap before we get to Trusk. Now I'm gonna just go down the stairs to the beds.
Yes, you're going to be taking a few naps before you get to Trusk. It's not just a couple hours.
Just keep on walking.
I'm going to go find a place to sleep too.
Yeah, as you sort of go down into the ship, the bottom of it looks similar as to how you remember it, Sweetie. As you look around at that main dining room section, as the tablecloth is all askew, the doors are open at random intervals as things are sort of thrown everywhere. It's as if the ship has swapped owners several times in the last couple of days.
I'm going to find a good room to sleep, cuddle up with my spell book, and sleep.
All right. Covering your wounds from your recent battle, you find the ability to just knock out and sleep so peacefully, with your exhaustion set on you. Sweetie, do you do the same?
Oh, yeah.
Roku.
Yeah.
You all go down into the bowels of the ship and just... And with that, you all take a long rest, bandaging all of your wounds and
Yeah, I needed that.
recovering from the fight that just ensued.
Nice.
Eventually, the steady movement of the boat wakes you up again. As you remember where you are and take sort of inventory of your location. The sun of a new morning shines from within the cracks of the windows, and you remember falling asleep late morning as well, presumably having slept for a very long time to recover from your wounds. So as you all sort of wake up and start the day, what do you guys do?
I'm gonna go up top. Check out the
Start my
big
day.
guy. Gonna go. See what the two dead guys are doing.
You start to walk up the stairs, and it sort of reaches this platform, and you turn to the left to walk up a second set of stairs. And as you turn, you see the large, sort of in the muscular individual, like slowly breathing through gritted teeth as he stares downward, expressionless, down the staircase. You accidentally make eye contact as you turn, as you sort of like jump a little bit.
It's a little creepy. You speak common? Did you speak at all?
Don't bother. He doesn't talk much. You hear from the other.
Quit staring at me. It's weird.
He slowly steps aside from the stairs, walking away.
Thanks. Gonna walk up and where are we at?
You sort of look around. Roll me a perception check to see if you recognize anything.
It's the most average roll. 10.
You see a lot of land to your right, but that is about it. As you know, you are traveling eastward towards the continent of Trusk.
Progress, yes, sir.
I'm just writing some stuff in my book.
All right. What are you writing exactly?
Just, I write down any input ? In my book.
Do you communicate through your book? Is that something you're able to do?
With my wife inside the book.
Okay, cool. I forgot if that was like a thing. As you sort of like write down any input ? The ink starts to dry out as if it's being absorbed within the pages, and as almost if you took pen to quill to ink to page once more. This luscious sort of cursive writing starts to appear left to right, written perfectly on the page. As you read, no, nothing yet. I'm not sure what's going on or where I am or how to get out. Any updates from you ?
I write down, I have a few leads. I'm working on it. I think I'm very close to figuring it out, though.
Once again, it dissolves away, much like Harry Potter in the Chamber of Secrets when he's writing in the Tom Riddle's notebook or whatever. And eventually you see once more, have you encountered her again? And from your implied, with her heavily implied her, you assume she means the person who put her here in the first place.
Alright, no, but another god to stick up their ass.
Which one this time?
Raven Queen.
Ah, and what of it?
She might be one of my leads for getting you out of the book, and the people I'm traveling with, his friend out of a bow.
Well, I hope this search is prosperous. Good luck. And it's signed with a little heart sort of swooped at the end.
And I close the book and walk up deck.
Shut the book. Walk back up the stairs as you sort of smell that open air and the salt from the sea as you have never quite sailed for sort of like exquisitely, sort of openly. It's always been the only time you've ever sailed in your life was coming across the sea for magic studies. This is sort of a more adventurous, and you can sort of feel that with the wind in your hair. What form are you in at the moment as well?
Human right now.
Right.
It's the. I don't say I'm in a different form. I'm normally in the human form.
That's what I assume. Just wanted to make sure. And sweetie, as you wake up and sort of shake the morning out, give a big stretch, what do you do?
I'm gonna have one of those groggy mornings where, I just lay in bed, stare at the ceiling for a good 15 minutes. And then, like when it feels right, just gonna kind of slowly, hazily wake up, stretch. Wow, that stretch actually feel good. And I'm gonna go bottom deck, cause is there anything on the ship that wasn't here previously? Cause this is a cargo ship.
As you walk down below, you sort of like peek very carefully. And do you have dark vision of any kind? I don't believe you do, right?
No.
There's no light down here, as previously there is a lantern that sort of illuminates the bottom floor of this ship. There's not one anymore, as if it has not been entered in a while.
Oh wait, I can prestidigitation. I have a little candle.
It's very horror movie-esque, as there's darkness all around you, but you have a single flickering light. And as you start to illuminate the room around you, there's cobwebs up in the corners. No one's been moving around in here very often. You sort of look down at the floor, and you look and notice that the wood paneling on the floor shifts from that of a ship to a barrel, as you recall your incident of breaking open the bottom of the ship and attempting to heal it with a desk or a nightstand drawer.
Yes.
Yes, good times. And eventually, you make your way across the room, now empty, once previously filled with boxes, as you see a note hammered into the back wall in what you recognize to be Enigma's writing.
I'm gonna look closer. I don't want if I'm gonna look closer.
You sort of like at your current height, you're sort of looking around, and your light just shines, and you see from or sincerely, comma, Enigma at the bottom of a paper, and you just as you pull the note off of its nail in the wall. It reads, "Dear Bartholomew, I know you and I have been through so much, and I have been through unspeakable things. I'm sorry things ended the way they did, but I wish you the very best. And I'm sorry for what I said. I was too harsh. But if ever you want to talk again, as friends or acquaintances, I would love to see you again. Sid's nightclub is now vacant on the waterfront, and that is where I reside. Good luck, Bart. Sincerely, Enigma." It actually says love, and then she crosses it out. Sincerely, Enigma.
Gotcha.
Almost as if it was reflectual after all this time together.
Fold it up neatly. Oh fuck! I'm not wearing a suit. I was gonna say like the little boob pocket. A pocket that I have. I assume I have pockets, but also no, because I'm wearing a suit of armor. So
You do
I'll put it in a pocket.
the video game character thing where you like take it and it disappears forever as they put it behind their back. I remember playing The Walking Dead. Lee takes a fire axe and goes, and it just disappears, and you're like, where the fuck?
You have character models, put it on your back.
In silence, you can grab boat motors that are like 3 times the size of your character and like and then pocket it.
And so, thusly, the note disappears into the empty vacuum where you access it later if wanted.
I'll just add that or write that down quick. I'll just write Enigma note. Okay. Well, might as well tell Roku she didn't die. Yeah, just go walk upstairs.
All right. As you all sort of like gather at the top of the stairs, Sweetie, you come up and once again see that big hulking brute staring at you from up towards the top of the captain's. I can't think of what a thing's called. The hole, the helm, the helm. He sort of stands there staring at you all.
Is Dante's on the boat, right?
Yes, he is as well.
Dante, do you know who these guys are?
Sort of impolite to talk in front of him. Oh, no, he don't mind. What was that, Roku?
I don't think the big guy cares. I don't think he thinks at all, actually.
You know how we just reached portals across dimensions?
Yeah.
Well, one of those dimensions is referred to as the Shadowfell. Have you ever heard of it?
Have I?
Folks?
Roll a history or arcana check if you want to see if you've heard of the Shadowfell.
No, I have not. 3.
Have I read about the Shadowfell?
You can roll a history or arcana check to attempt to
You know,
see if you
all the
have.
time we're talking about
I'll roll a
warfare, I didn't
3.
get out my dice.
Yeah.
No, I've never heard of Shadowfell.
Nat 20.
He
You
Sounds like a
have-
place with a few shadows.
Sounds pretty spoopy.
You have. It is a realm that mirrors our own, but without emotion. It's
The
blank
upside
and
down.
it's upside down actually. That's a really good point. Everything there wants to kill you. Everything there is filled with negative energy. Although not the negative energy plane. Although pretty similar. And you actually know that this is where the Raven Queen is said to operate in like religious preachings. Obviously, you know the Raven Queen is no longer there because she's, talked to you guys. But previously,
What a gal.
the goddess of death herself would operate from within the Shadowfell.
Oh, basically the Shadowfell is where Raven Queen used to live. And it's also dark and dreary.
Right. It's not a very pretty place. Those guys up there, they're called Shadarkai. They're affected by the Shadowfell in some way and sort of serve as envoys of the goddess herself.
And how did they get here?
The queen brought him here somehow. I'm not sure.
Well, that's nice. Her bringing people to this plane. Stand up, gal.
Wait. Wait. The person that took a big old ritual, death, to bring this bitch into our land. That lady queen, praise.
Immediately after you say that, he perks up and he saved it.
She decides that she can just bring you guys into our plane. I'm not complaining, but it's just a little. I thought she was mortal now.
No. I'm from here originally.
Oh,
Wait. Question: do I know what drow are?
Yeah.
Okay. So what makes you different from like a drow, or like one of those undead guys we fought? Because
Dante sort of.
they're all a little simple. Or not simple.
Dante leans
They're all
over and
little.
goes, Drow have very black skin. And they, and he points as they're glowing white, don't.
You know, that was your wrong move there,
Wait.
sweetie.
They have dark skin. But if you live in caves, wouldn't you become really albino? Because I'm not the smartest guy, but doesn't the sun affect the tone of your skin if you don't have a lot of sunlight and you become white, pale?
Well, sweetie, here's the thing. You are not the scientist.
I know I'm not the scientist. I'm just, common analysis here. I assumed.
As a self-proclaimed simpleton, you seem to know a lot about this.
I'm okay.
You're gonna call
So
that sweetie?
No, not really. Anyway.
Good, 'cause it didn't seem like you did.
So Dante, how?
Well, I don't know. The drow are within the earth, and these guys are from a totally different plane.
But he just said he's from here, so you can see my conundrum here.
Well, he's kind of elf, sort of semi-elf adjacent.
I only know
They
a few
lived for a long
races of
time.
elves, and I don't think I've seen this race before. So
They lived for several hundred years, sweetie.
You see, I was not always like this. Thusly converted in the Shadowfell to worship our queen.
So what you're saying is she robbed you of life? Are you a slave?
No, I choose to worship her. She has my undying fidelity.
Is he one of those Christians they warn us about?
What's a Christian?
Back in my hometown, they always said that they were the scary folk.
Dante leans over and says, back where I come from, they call those guys Republicans.
Oh,
Well, from? Oh, right, I'm not from around here. This probably makes more sense with context.
So, okay. So this guy's, worshiper of the waving queen. You know how it be.
Raven
Ah.
Queen.
So, what? You just decided, let's just waste a few thousand years and just, praise.
I don't remember my life before my baptism. I only remember emerging.
Would you like to explain this baptism process?
I don't remember. I emerged, dripping wet, in the shadow of hell, blessed by the moon, and praising my queen.
Is that what happened to that guy?
Praise
He was dipped a little too hard.
his head.
Yes, we have all encountered the baptism to be the way we are.
Has anyone come through the baptism out differently?
Like that guy.
No, not like that guy. Like,
We all look a little different.
no, I mean like going through the
Unfortunately.
baptism and not worshiping the queen, or like something weird like that.
No, that's unspeakable. You're worshippers of the queen. No, she told us to help you. We only assumed.
Well,
We're colleagues. I don't say any of us.
I would say
worship her.
we're acquaintances or good friends.
I know
I-
worship her.
The last people I worshipped, it was a rocky road.
Fish worship him. He's a god.
You'll learn one day that the Raven Queen is the only god we need.
False.
I beg your pardon, sir.
Oh no. Here we go again.
Again?
You heard of Sweetie? He's the fish god.
Hi. You don't need to. Yeah, yes.
I am not a fish, but a proud Shadar Kai.
Who was born dripping,
As
Like
we
a-
all were.
Sounds like a fish.
kind of like a fish.
I was.
I
Also, you're
think
kind
you
of
should actually
slimy
worship
still.
me.
We are all born under the Queen, whether it be dripping from the ooze recesses of the Shadowfell, or from your mother's womb. We will all emerge slimy and disgusting, and one day we will all return to the dirt and dissolve into primordial ooze as the Queen prevails.
Kind of sounds like a
Gods.
fish.
It's like,
I mean,
Sure, fish live and fish die.
Oh, so you worship me as well?
he's in charge of that.
What? No,
Have you not heard my name? Sweetie,
no,
it's been
I'm
You're
not
saying
a
the
Going up
Raven
to the
Queen has
heavens.
jurisdiction
I'm
over
not a fish. I'm not a fish. Oh, I know no name other, I know them. And the big muscular man, like, puts his hand on his shoulder, and he's like,
that was a trip.
I've said too much.
So, sorry for breaking your friend here. Look, now I'm looking at the brute guy now. How close are we? Like not even like looking at my surroundings at all. Just looking at this guy.
Can you fingers? Oh,
Does that mean we're close? Close, not close. I don't know what my.
Does that mean we're close, Mr. Shadar Kai?
Swing by what that finger sign usually means. It means shut up, sweetie. We'll just be quiet.
so like a day, big guy. 2 days.
One.
Two.
One for 1 day, 2 for 2.
He sits staring.
Blink once for one. Blink twice.
You have never seen either of these two blink, and he definitely doesn't start now.
Do you have motor function? 1, 2.
Are you a blinker?
The talkative one looks up at the brute of a friend and is like sort of shaking, itching to say something. Should we? And the brute just,
Oh, come on.
I turn around. Is there anything behind us?
I mean, like, what do you mean behind? Like, I don't know which way you're facing. What do you mean, like behind?
Behind, so I'm facing the direction he is.
Like behind the
You're
ship,
looking
like
in
tailing
fr-
you?
He's asking if he just summoned something to murder us,
I'm asking if this big guy's looking at something.
or if he's just fed up with our
that
shit.
all of us are comically missing because it's behind us.
No, you turn around and it's just the same sort of glimmer of sea as always.
Let's see. Nothing here to kill us. Yet.
Raven Queen's got to get some better henchmen.
Speaking of, where is she?
Apparently, she's too important for us now.
Did she just go back to the Shadowfell? Did she bring these guys here and go back herself?
Once again, the twitchy, sort of hunched over one behind the wheel is gazing up at his hulking friend once more.
I mean, she just left us here. Kind of sounds lazy, to
Finally,
be honest.
we got an answer as someone. But no, Roku. He gave us an answer. Okay, I'm
I
gonna
think
waddle
the
over to
Raven
him.
Queen's lazy for just leaving us here. What, does she have to go take a rest? What? She has something more important to put her hands to.
As a matter of fact, she has many important things to attend to. I'm sorry. And he sort of like, and puts it over her mouth. He's.
Honestly, I don't think so.
Would you roll a persuasion check?
That, my friend, is a 19. Oh, +7, 26.
Okay.
Oh,
She has many things onto her plate right now. She had to get back to Brighton at once. She is not lazy. She is mortal, and our puny little bodies cannot handle her raw and awesome power.
so she needed a nap.
Somebody say power.
A nap,
What?
maybe some milk. Someone to coddle her.
Wait, what's in Brighton?
Her base of operations, I'm guessing. That's where you guys first met her, isn't it?
I shall be answering no further questions unless you show respect to my queen. And any further dismay or unfavorable opinion will be met with our immediate evacuation of the ship.
I don't think she'd be too happy about that.
Okay. Roku, can you quiet down? The adults are talking. I haven't really been disrespectful. I've just been asking questions. So I would really like to know what's going on in Brighton. If you could please talk to me. I'm sorry about my friend. I think he
Was
woke up on the
almost
wrong side
there.
of the ship. But if you could just help us and explain to me what's in Brighton, it would be greatly appreciated.
Roll persuasion check.
There we go. Nat 20 plus 9.
Oh, yeah.
Why, Her Royal Highness is working on her. And then you see the hulking individual just. Her Royal Highness is currently working to fight the undead army in Surask. Why, that place has demonic influence dripping from it. In undead demonic influence will have no such a thing in our realm. And you see, she's not lazy. She has to open her own shadow crossings, ripping across dimensions themselves to travel across our land. It is very taxing on her mortal body, and I will not have... And you see the hulking man grabs his friend by the neck, and he... they mock our queen! And as you see,
most of that stuff.
his eyes are wide and they start to bulge, and his skin, you see the veins within his white face protruding even farther. Took too much.
Oh, we got him.
And the strong man takes the body that is now limp, and he splashes into the water as he gets behind the wheel and remains steadfast, staring into the horizon.
I knew we could get the big guy.
Wide-eyed, turn around to face my colleagues, my friends, my amigos. So, at least now we know that they have an army of undead in Surask.
No, we already knew that.
New information.
Well,
It is not.
someone might have forgotten.
We did learn that she's ripping holes through fabric of time to travel or whatever. Fabric of reality or...
Yeah, but based on what the Rat King wanted her divine spark for, we could have extrapolated that ourselves.
Okay. The undead thing, I completely forgot about. I was worried about a boat, the usual.
No.
It just kind of didn't seem important. I'm sorry. So do we want to help check it out there, see if we can get some additional trust? I'm also
what-
Sweetie is doing these arm gestures.
Let's kill the
What are
rat
you
king
asking?
first.
Go help the queen kill the army in Sarask, and get some extra help. Maybe she can help us kill this rat.
What the ones being sent to kill her? Did you forget everything that happened yesterday?
I mean, I had a killer nap. It was, whew, that was top tier nap.
Alright, I'll review in case you forgot what happened yesterday. Well, first, the Raven Queen, is currently fighting an army of undead in Sarask. Of undead using abominations that we all almost died to, and that made you dumber than you already are. However impossible that may be. And then
I wouldn't call me dumb.
you
But
prattled on more
continue.
about one like a speedboat slash limp slash whatever, and then
That is a good idea.
the Raven Queen asked us to go kill the Rat King instead of tricking him into giving him a divine spark. Probably because she knew where they came from. And well,
No, she didn't. I was the one who said that. She didn't say that. I said I remembered that. I was the one who's okay. Let the deceiving be to me. Go. That's my job. You'll just be brains.
I'm trying to, but you are interrupting me, trying to tell you what happened since you forgot.
What, you want me to be the brains or him the brains?
I am the
No, you're the bronze.
Are you sure I could be the brains too?
Can you?
Doesn't seem too hard.
It is. I think you have both of you.
He's the
Mostly
brains.
him.
You're the bronze. I'm the voice.
You're the
Peach.
face.
The voice. The face. Us intellectuals call it the voice. That clearly mocking you.
Sounds like this guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
Obviously. Anyway, Trusk, big guy. I know you can talk, so how long? Big guy, hello? How many days until Trusk?
He sort of glances, shakes his head, and looks forward again, past into the horizon.
Okay, so you're not an idiot. How many days until Trusk?
You know, we
Please
could just
and thank you.
we could just go, just take off without him. We don't need him.
Yeah, but that'd be wasting your teleports.
Yeah, but also I could do it despite this guy.
It's true. Spiking is an option.
Smiting?
Spiking.
I also
Smiting?
could smite him.
Alright, he's an option too.
Modern problems, modern solutions.
Well,
Dude doesn't want to talk to me, so I'm gonna smite him.
we could, if he's not going to talk, we could just threaten to close his portal.
You
What? What?
Yeah, the were you guys not listening? The
We're-
portals the Raven Queen opened up. That's how they're getting here. Just close those.
We have no idea where they are.
Threaten his leverage on this war. He might talk.
Seems like an awful empty threat.
I just want to know how many days until Trusk.
I just
Well,
want to know
there's
what this guy has to say. He seems so interesting.
One method I know that will guarantee you to be able to tell how many days until Trusk.
No, that sounds lame.
Every time the sun
I mean, I could-
rises,
Hey,
take a notch on your bed, and then
hey, new guy. Take my monocle off. You want to know what this thing is?
mind
This is
reading.
a key to his brain, so I don't even want to hear it. Put it back on.
Yeah, it's a mind reading thing.
Do it. Do it.
No, I'm not.
Why not?
Because
Can he not do it? Can you not do it?
I can do it. What? Why would I not be able to do it?
You're not doing
Because
it.
you broke up with Vecna?
No, that's not the reason. I'm not the only one here that's broken up with Vecna.
I mean, I kind of. But we were in a relationship I never wanted to be in.
Still broke up with him, right?
That's fair.
Vecna really gets around.
He'll be with anybody that wants
Anyway.
him.
So, big guy, what do you want? What can I do for you? That'll make you just tell me how long until Trusk. Right now, I'm thinking I might do literally almost anything.
He just keeps his composure staring.
Hey, Twitchy. You know how I make this guy talk other than pissing him off?
Isn't Twitchy dead? Twitchy's big dead.
Wait, who's the guy at the wheel? Were there two guys or
Big
three
guy.
guys?
Two guys.
Two.
One's
Big guy
dead now.
killed Small guy.
Oh,
because
I
of
thought
you.
it was talkative guy, Brute, and then Twitchy. Okay, well.
So,
I-
plan
Okay,
now?
what are we doing here? Can we ask ourselves that? What is the goal? What are we trying to accomplish right now?
I wanted to hear the big guy talk, and I succeeded.
The
So-
rat? Question mark? Question mark? Exclamation mark?
Okay, so where are we? Looking over the boat. Water. Look to the other side of the boat. Water.
Making our way to Trusk where there is an item that will help us navigate the plains.
Hey, give me a second. Backpack. 50 feet of rope. Tie it around one end. Tie it to the other end of the ship. I might have the perfect idea. I'm gonna jump off the edge.
Roll me a survival check as you tie. See how efficient your knot is.
This isn't a joke. My second roll, my first two rolls have both been nat 20s.
All right.
So nat 20 plus, what'd you say, survival? That's
It's an at 20, man.
yeah,
So you sort of tie it around the side railing of the ship. You're like the Flying Dutchman in one episode of SpongeBob where he's like, the monkey knot. Doing that shit.
we call this the poop loop.
And as you pull on it, it gets tighter and it becomes, even more structurally sound than the wood you're tied to. And you don't tie it around your waist because that could, hurt if you like a Gwen Stacy in Spider-Man. If you land hard, it can just you tie a complete harness around that's sort of like grass where like your crotch is, and it's gonna hurt, but that's better support. And you
Perfect dive.
there actually no, you dive perfectly so that it's just no splash right into the water. Small bubble.
Now, open my eyes.
Directly underwater.
And I don't know. I know this isn't really how you use it at all, but just for like the thematically, I'm basically going to use like my divine sense. And with my divine sense, I know it's neither celestial fiend or undead, but I'm looking for fish person.
Fish people, you mean?
I'm looking for my people.
Gotcha.
So
just-
basically, like,
And you,
Sound like a sonar.
as you as you open your eyes, preparing to be affected by the salt water in your pupils, you just look around as if it was clear as day. The murkiness of the water is still the same, but the pain in your face is not there as your fish qualities start to exemplify. And yet as you stare around, your sort of body just echoes as boom, boom, boom. But unfortunately, you can't find any of your fish people down here in the water. Although if you could roll a perception check to see what you can see in the water, go for it.
Sure, we'll roll a perception. If this rolls another fucking nat 20, I'm going to bed.
Mhm.
Okay, that was a 13 plus 3, 16.
As you look around, you see the occasional fish sort of swim past from underneath you. But other than that, nothing too crazy under here.
Seeing one of those occasional fish just, well, okay. I want to like, just every once in a while, like, obviously, like, grab air.
Okay, I was just about to say, you can't breathe underwater, by the way.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that.
Well, because I was thinking about it, I was just like, well, but I want to like look at those fish. This won't work, but tap my helmet. Where are we? Shouting this.
What does your helmet do?
It's the comprehend languages.
Okay, it doesn't change anything considering you're not comprehending a language as opposed to just yelling to fish. As you can all see, as Sweetie is underwater, you see the bubbles just.
Does that mean pull him up?
I don't know. You're the one who knows him.
I'm gonna start pulling him up.
Sweetie, you just start to get lifted further and further into the air, or into the water.
I'd like to imagine as soon as I start getting yanked up, I see one of my fish like followers like floating by, and I'm like,
You're like,
no,
wait.
I start talking to him, and then just
You get pulled up.
yoinked.
And as you breathe, you sort of hang there face down.
All right.
And a SpongeBob movie where he's wearing the
wires.
magician outfit.
That's you.
What was that about?
I'm like, as I'm like slowly just like going yink, yink, like up higher and higher. You know what I said? Like, God of fish people, that type of stuff.
Looking for fish people?
Yeah, I was trying to talk to him. Be all friendly and such. Find out where we are because someone is being a little unresponsive.
He's unresponsive.
This guy sucks.
Tempted.
Worst captain we've had on this ship by far.
Yeah, I don't know. We've had a few. Speaking of captains, pulls out note. So, we're gonna leave this anonymous, but so someone that might have died. I thought died, might have died, and wants me dead. They're kind of at the waterfront, the underground bar. You know the one. They said it's safe now. But they're there and waiting if they ever want to talk to me again. And I don't know if I should or not, but I thought it was knowledge that, you might want to know.
You want to talk to him? We could do it right now. I remember that place very well. One snap, be right there.
Well, what if like we're at Trusca in the next 5 minutes?
Well, we can honestly do it. We're probably a couple days away. I could snap us there, then snap us to Trusk.
But that would be a little. That seems like a little too. I don't want to. I want you to drain yourself or anything. That would. I don't want you
honestly,
hurting yourself.
Feels pretty good.
But
then you'll probably
you see. Oh wait, is that Trust?
Oh yeah,
looking out in a random direction.
The salve.
Yeah,
I forgot to put that on this morning.
We'll do it now.
Technically, it's not this
late.
morning.
Or
Technically, it's like
afternoon, kind of.
it was like 10 a.m. and then like we slept for 8 hours. So technically, it's just like 6 at night.
Well, I had mentioned that you guys had slept through that day and then night and gotten up early in the morning.
Okay. Sorry, dumb brain.
You sort
Yeah.
of take this glass and steel container and you crack open, and it sort of leaks out like an aerosol can. Yet the particles, these yellow particles that flicker like fireflies, start to wrap around your hand and coat it, leaving it in almost like this film around your skin, as if it's like a layer of dead skin around your hand, as it sort of coats and protects it and slides specifically into place. And you sort of like, this rotted hand starts to numb a little bit as you feel it. But yeah, it's applied.
Watching him just do that. Oh no! Look at the big guy. Reach in my pocket. I'm just going to like this is. I'm asking you questions by like cycling through my memory. You said that basically he was baptized and corrupted by the Shadowfell.
Could positive energy
In this little
help you?
vial, I have particles from the positive energy plane.
I mean, he wasn't. I would know baptized in the negative energy plane.
But he said it was pretty close to the negative energy plane.
Yeah.
Right now in my mind, I'm thinking of this positive energy particles to be almost like a healing. It's almost like a curse cure healing substance type thing. A purifier, as if you will. What, Tom? Were you scratching your dog's head?
Dude's fucking out. Anyway,
So what I want to do
God, what dog.
is I want to try and sneak up on Hefty here. And
Hefty?
Hefty.
You know, the big guy, Hefty.
hefty.
Sorry, you just said his name like that was it, and I was like, okay.
I want to sneak up on him, and I want to try and maybe try and aim for a hole in his head, either its eyes, nose, mouth, or ear, and try and get these particles on him / in him.
Right. Are you sneaking up to him, or?
I would like to try.
All right, roll a stealth check.
Ooh. Yeah. That is going to be a 12.
You, after having just referred to him, you spoke to him, and with that, you very slowly start to slink up the stairs. And he looks over to the left as you slowly peek around the top of the stairs, vial in hand, smirking. What do you? Yeah, he's and then he lowers his head and stares at you.
Sorry, I had a joke in my head. I'll tell you later. I have a drink that I'd like you to try. It's one of my favorites. Top 10 shots. This Convi. I just really like you to try it because you said you were new to the area. At least haven't been here for hundreds of years. So if you could try this drink, I think, we could bond over it. I know you don't talk much. I'll do the talking for you, but if you just try it, I think we could be better friends.
Roll a
No, well,
persuasion check.
16.
He stares back in front of him.
Is not even a no. Sir, I know there's something locked in your head, and I want to know. I want to be your friend. That's it. Can you look over here, please? I'd like, it's already hard enough telling where you're looking. Can you please just look at my general aura?
He continues
what?
staring
Fuck it.
straight forward.
And as I'm just like rambling, just fuck it, uncap it and like get up close, uncap it, and basically heat him at him.
All right. Would you like? Are you throwing it at him, or would you like to like?
You know how like we have like a bottle of like water, and you do a thing where you fake uncap it and like you go like that and like scare him or whatever. I want to do like that thing, but actually like opening it.
All right, roll a
Like when I
sleight of
get
hand.
close. I can reroll ones. Ooh. Sleight of hand. That's going to be a 17.
He's just like, and as you like, whoo, as you make a noise, and these particles just, and they fly out, and you expect them to be like a liquid, but as you throw them out, they start to like rise awkwardly in the air as this gaseous form. And all of a sudden, this pile of firefly-like particles just, as he starts like scrambling around as you can see him going into his various orifices and into like this, any openings on his skin through his eyes. And he perks back up. His eyes start to whiten. His skin becomes darker, but not greatly, as it only just turns gray. As his entire body flashes back to its previous state. He seems to be a Goliath, towering.
Oh, what do you know?
Guys, I did something.
See,
For once, I did it.
It actually worked.
Something.
Would
Does he
anyone
talk?
mind telling me where the hell I am?
Ah!
He sort of like stands back and he goes to reach towards his back. Look, I'm not looking for any
okay.
trouble.
Sir, okay. First off,
We're
question for
gonna
DM.
be friends, best friends.
Question for DM. What year is it?
2020.
2020. Gotcha.
That's
sir,
not in-game canon. I was being a smart ass.
I know. I'm just.
No.
Sir,
Being smarter ass.
what year is it?
I don't know. Have we developed a calendar system?
Looking down at Oz. Have we?
That's a good question, Carrick. Have we?
No. At least not Con V.
Convi hasn't.
Okay, well, sir. What's the last major event you remember happening?
Look, what's going on here?
Okay,
maybe we
that sounds
maybe we can talk this over, maybe over some drinks.
What's your name?
You got
100. Yes. What'd you say your name was?
Do you guys have alcohol?
No.
Then I'm
Got
afraid I'm
cigarettes?
not willing to share a lot with you.
Well, okay, sir. Before you get scared, confused, worried, all the above, let me just explain something. You were just a silent brute that just murdered a man in front of us. I believe Shatter Kyle.
Kai.
That, yeah, apparently you were one of those, and you were
Kyle.
sworn to
The Shadow
worship the
Archive?
Raven Queen.
Yeah, I've killed a few in my time. You mean
were
like
one.
recently?
Yeah, he's over there.
You were one, and your friend was one, and he was talking too much, so you killed him.
Oh no, I had a talkative friend with me. And he's dead.
He's
Yeah.
over there. I point.
Whoa, what happened to him?
You yes.
He gave away information, and you grabbed him by the throat and said you talk too much, and then crack and pop goes the weasel. But anyway,
Starts to
you
feel
were
around him, and he reaches down by his calf, and he pulls off his like pant leg, pulls it up, and reveals a dagger from his boot as he holds it ice pick. All right, who are you guys working for?
No one right now. Ourselves.
ourselves. But okay, sir, I just saved your life with some particles from the positive energy plane. You were a Shadar Kai. Yeah, that's what he said they were called. And I just turned you back into your normal form, I believe. Apparently, you underwent some baptism a while back. I don't know how long ago that was for you, but then you started following the Raven Queen, and
The Raven Queen?
we're just trying to help.
The Raven Queen.
Are you guys allies?
The Queen of Ravens.
Not really. No.
For the time being, kind of.
Sometimes. Depends on the day.
Yeah.
Look, we're gonna have to talk this over dinner or something. You, and he looks at Oz. You cook? You got anything down below? Whose ship is this? Never mind. Actually, I don't mind. Look for something. I'm damn hungry.
All right. Is there anything in the ship?
As you go down and look, you sort of like look into people's rooms and start digging through stuff.
Come on, that's something somewhere. Usually a bit of cheese would do.
And you enter into the kitchen. And it seems as though in the corner, there's this bottle of wine that it's currently open, but it's like leaning against the wall. It seems to be half drinking, but there is something in there. And then for some reason in a drawer, you find perfectly preserved cheese wrapped in a cheesecloth and everything.
Someone really likes cheese.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Someone really likes cheese. Well.
And let's go sit down. My legs hurt.
And I bring it up. I found this wine and a perfectly preserved roll of cheese somehow.
I'll take it.
It's
Wait.
awful demanding.
Don't we? Wait, where's... fuck, what's his name?
Ante?
Yeah, where's he?
He's downstairs, seemingly. At some point during the time, he had moved downstairs.
I want to find him quick.
Got annoyed as well.
I'd like to go grab Dante quick.
You sort of like go kicking open the doors that aren't open. And as you open one, he's sitting on a bed. What?
Okay. I heard this tale back when they were warning me about the Christians, that apparently they had this guy who was like a cleric type person, and apparently he just made food and water or wine. He made food and drink. Can you do that?
Listen, kid, I don't know what you're making up here, but it sounds ridiculous and fake, especially. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I can do that. I just have to have some time.
Okay. We have a new friend who's a little hungry. So if you want to meet him, we'll catch you up in a second.
That's all right. I think I'll stay down here for a while. Shut the door on your way out.
Can
He's a little
you make
private
us? I understand if you need some private time, but can you make us some food?
I'll get on it in a second.
Okay. Um. Night night, sweetheart. And slowly close the door.
And Dante's clapping in his room. Fate slaps.
Yes, yes.
As you come back up, sweetie, he's the.
So,
Whew,
have a
nothing like
name.
a little bit of wine to start the day.
Where did he get wine from?
There was some wine downstairs.
We have a friend on board that he said he would make some more food here in a second. I don't know. He's a magical type. I think he can do that type of thing.
All right, listen. Before we get started, I need to know for sure what side you're on with the Raven Queen.
That depends. What side are you on? Because what information we leak could be good and or bad, depending on who you are.
I don't much know about her damn self, but I know about these shadow crossings she's been using.
Oh, that's useful. That's useful. Your friend told us about that, and then you broke his neck.
I killed him?
Oh yeah. Oh, big time. Yeah.
What?
It was spectacular.
Why?
I think you said you talk too much, and then
He certainly did. And he chugs wine a little bit more.
Do you have a name?
Yeah, I did. Cassius. A bit of a fighter around these parts. You may have heard of me.
Have I heard of him?
Any of us heard of a Cassius?
Roll Hoosier check.
Let's see there. 15.
16.
You don't follow much sports, basically. That's basically what it would be like if you knew a very distinct football player, and neither of you are that type of guy. So
Roku
no.
might be. Hold on.
Roku,
Yeah, no, I was like,
Is this a history?
Roku lived in Truscan.
Yeah, history.
17.
Yeah, history.
Yeah, you've heard of it. He's definitely passed through the rumpus ring once or twice.
Is this Cassio or Cassius Valentino?
That is exactly who it is, as you remembered his full title.
Why does that name sound so familiar?
I have.
Does my
no
name
idea.
sound familiar?
Aren't you a fighter or a
Gladiator,
Yeah.
the title. And he does some a very courteous bow, despite his big size.
I was a fan of yours at one point.
Well, you want my autograph?
No, not at all, actually. But thank you.
Good. Bites directly into the corner of the big block of cheese. All of my organs hurt. Is that normal?
Good question.
Sometimes mine do, but I just ignore it.
Mine don't.
Sometimes my do and I do these. And I pull out a basilisk.
That's unhealthy.
Don't tell me how to live my life. Put it back
I
in my
am the
pocket.
player having your life. I assume a fact.
All right, look. Where do you want me to start?
Beginning would
The
be nice.
beginning.
Well, when a mom Goliath and a dad Goliath love each other very
No,
much.
not that far.
No, wait, no. I'm
Wait,
kind of
actually-
curious. Can you please elaborate a little bit? I'm not very. I don't know Goliath too well.
Don't worry, I don't need
I
to
know
tell
Goliath
you.
all too
You'll
well.
never find out. You'll never have to use it. It's fine.
That's a lie. I know Goliath all too well.
You know.
Okay, well.
I went to a elvish city called the Glade. I was accused of some nobles missing from their murder or something. I was with a group of these other guys. Hadn't met them before. We were in the tavern together. We were accused of kidnapping this lady since we were the newcomers in town. Well, we got sent out on a mission to investigate this portal or something. I don't know. We went into the woods and we ended up in the Shadowfell. And that place, it was something. He takes a big swig. Now, I wasn't alone. I was with, a guy you knew, and this other guy, and oh, God, he was annoying. Kind of reminds me of you, sweetie. Anyways,
Did I say my name?
context clues.
Okay, that's fair.
We found their final base, and this girl we were looking for, her name was Alindra. She was an elf. She said she had a map with the shadow crossings the Raven Queen was using. And with that information, we could bring the Raven Queen down. We all decided to stay and fight the Queen instead. And we lost, except for me and the chatty one. I just threw off the boat. We fell down a hole, a very deep hole. And we lived, and we traversed around for a little bit, and that guy ended up turning on me when the going got rough.
Or the third guy.
There was no third guy. Well, there's 4 guys, maybe 5.
There's just 4.
A bunch of them got cut in half by the Queen. We got thrown off the cliff. Look, I'm a little fuzzy on the details. I don't even remember how long ago this was. He ended up turning on me, and he sold me out to the Shadar Kai for some food, but they ended up kidnapping him instead. Well, not instead, but as well. And we got dipped inside this black ooze. That's all I remember until now.
Oh, that's probably what turned you a Shatter Kai. When
I
you were
wonder if,
on a boat with no pilot.
I wonder if Alindra made it back. You guys heard of her? Any word of these shadow crossings?
No, I'm
Not a clue.
not that much.
Well, I'll drink to her memory.
I hate that it just clicked.
What?
This is my character. If
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
it just clicked like a second ago, and I was just like, okay, it all makes sense.
I don't get it.
Once when you were gone, Jared, several months ago,
I know that part.
there was a whole
I'm
long shot.
saying,
Yeah.
yeah.
5 months ago, to be precise.
I was actually going to ask you how that ended, but now this happened. So, anyway,
Okay, so what did this woman? What did she have to do with all this?
Got a map.
I don't think she was very important besides her map.
Well, where
Oh my God, we sent her on that weird bird thing.
bird? What bird?
Listen,
Queen? You gave her to
No.
the queen?
like I said, I needed a drink, okay? It's all like a distant dream, something that sticks out in your mind, but you're not even sure if you were there. I was. I witnessed people get scythed in half and thrown off a cliff.
Crazy.
and that's crazy.
Indeed. So where are we headed?
Trust.
And where's the Raven Queen?
Brighton.
Well, let's go there.
We're going to Trust to kill another guy to get something.
Right now, our plan. Okay, we're gonna get real on the down low right here, but we're kind of allied with the Raven Queen right now. Before you start throwing hands, so we can take care of another guy, so we can take care of her, because she's been number one on our list for a long time. But we had to kind of move that around a little bit but don't worry, we're right there with you. We don't like her really that much. There's basically an invasion of the gods, and we just need to get rid of all of them. So
So
we're
little
doing it
above
one
my
step at a time.
pay grade.
At least Eddie fought her once. What's her tactics, battle moves? She aim for the head?
What's she weak to?
Well, we cut her up real bad, and then she just sort of vanished for a bit.
She can't do that with me.
Why not?
I got a little infection in my eye. Helps me out sometimes.
Yeah,
Also, I
that's
if it's
an
magic, I
effect,
can
all right.
counter.
I'm a god. He's a demigod. He's the Wizard of Oz.
I'm the wizard. Oz, not of Oz.
Oh, sorry, the wizard named Oz. Yeah.
He's the
Well, I'm
wizard of Oz.
Cassius Valentino, and you can just drop me off in trust or whatever.
All right.
So you don't want to seek revenge on the Raven Queen? Be a glorious fighter like you said you are?
No, I'll probably kill her eventually.
Would you like
Your
to,
name would go down in history just for this feat alone if you helped us.
Right. Well, she also cut half of my crew in half, so I'm not
Well,
ignorant.
Yeah,
It's not going to be an easy fight.
well, how about you go to Brighton, get drunk for a few weeks, and we'll come find you.
Hell, that sounds good to me. Which reminds me, you guys got any gold on you? I had
I
some.
most certainly do. I'll give him 100. I like the sound of this guy's voice.
Because
Thanks.
it's you.
Yeah, it's me.
I had gold in my old clothes, but you know,
change.
I've been a Shadow Archive for a bit, so.
Is this guy naked?
No, he's wearing. He's not wearing a shirt. He's wearing like raggedy pants.
You still have Loretta?
Oh, do you ask? Sorry, I thought you asked him. Wait, do you ask him?
No.
Okay.
Because how the fuck am I supposed to know about Loretta?
Yeah,
Well,
I
no,
thought
if you were a
thought
fan,
I
if you were a
did.
fan.
you were like a fan, you know, you would know about.
Do you still have Loretta?
No, not that I know of. Unless you find her around here, let me know.
What is Loretta?
Oh, Loretta's beautiful.
Don't go around saying that too much, or else it might go missing.
I think the problem is it is missing.
I just hope I find it again soon.
Wait,
What
is this not a woman?
it?
Or is this one of those weird ones? Is she like a mimic?
Is it a weapon?
It's a weapon.
What does it look like?
It's pointy and it has a lot of blood on it from all the people I killed.
Is it a sword? An axe?
I've seen a few
spear?
pointy things with blood on them.
It's a
It'd be a little bit
trident.
more.
It's a trident.
Trident. There we go. Words.
It's my most prized possession.
What? Do you have a fishnet too or something?
A fishnet? No.
That'd be weird. Could look like fishnets.
I used a
Behind people
regular
nets.
net. You can't use the same nets you use for fish on people. It's a whole other concept.
Depends on how big the fish is.
I'm sorry. He doesn't understand the fighting
The
world.
gladiatorial arena would not take kindly on you. Look, if you can find me, Loretta, I'd be willing to do about damn anything you guys want, including take on that queen once more. I think I could do it this time.
Where do you remember last having this Loretta?
In another dimension.
Well, isn't that swell?
Yeah.
Well, we're
Possibly.
already on our way to going to a different dimension, so we'll get it on the way.
We'll look for it.
We'll grab it out the window. We're flying past the Shadowfell. Oh, there it is.
In our speedboat.
Bro,
Interdimensional
our
boat.
time thing. Bro,
The
Chitty,
dimensional
chitty, bang, bang.
speedboat where Oz goes
a
after
hot tub
we
time
revive
machine.
Hogarth. If we
Speed
knew.
boat dimension machine.
Hey, you know what? I hope I see you guys around. So, anyways, am I dropping you off, or
You know how to get the trust from here? Because,
I don't know where the hell we're at, man.
well,
I was asking you this entire time and you wouldn't tell us. And I was hoping this would help.
you were the worst.
Sailing straight?
Good call.
Okay. Before
I
you
can't-
were normalified, when you were Shadow Kai, basically you would look at us like we're idiots, and then you just kept doing your job. So if we're going this way, so I assume if we just continue going straight.
Or maybe
Fine.
if you continue acting like idiots, I'll know which way to go because it'll trigger some memory in my mind.
Sweetie.
Oh, that's
it's your
perfect.
turn to roll.
That's not a bad idea.
Sweetie.
Wait, what does he mean acting like idiots?
Exactly.
But stop it. What do you? Oz, do something. Wait a minute.
Rosemary Lost was a good book. It was not.
Okay. You say I have a memory. Eyes glow white, just staring at this guy. Memory. I'm just gonna be chanting memory to myself as I'm searching this guy's mind. 2 charges, please.
For what exactly?
Memory.
Where do we go? Because it was him. It was a different version of him, but it was still him. So he would have the memory of where are we? Are we going in the right direction?
It's difficult to detect thoughts, to find a specific thing. You see, the issue is they have to be sort of thinking about it. And right now, what he is thinking is how to get to Trusk. So you're on the right track. But as you scan his memory, you do not see him as a Shadar Kai sailing to Trusk. What you see is him. He's a bit taller, a bit more buff, but more in the flashy bodybuilder way. He's got a few less cuts and scars on him, and he certainly does not look like a Shadar Kai. He looks a lot younger. And then he's on a ship. He starts standing there, and he sort of like is leaned back against the mast as he looks off into the horizon. We're almost to Trusk. Can you believe it? Oh, the havoc I'm going to wreak in that city. You know what? With my prize money, I think I'm going to marry you. Again. Get over here. And he leans and he pulls his trident close to him as it smushes up against his face. Oh, the people will kill.
Blink out. I've seen enough.
Oh, do you see anything?
In the memory, you saw the trajectory of the island of Trusk.
Just keep sailing straight. I need to go bleach out my eyes.
Why? What's wrong?
You're aware Loretta is a weapon, correct?
My lucky trident.
And just a weapon, right?
Right. My lucky weapon.
You would never, let's see, marry a trident, let alone twice, or any other axe with a trident.
I was joking, obviously. Hey, wait, why do you know what?
I was off course, so Ta-da!
You best get moving.
Yeah. And I'm gonna turn around.
Hmm.
Maybe on second thought, let's not find this trident.
Oh, no, let's find his wife didn't.
Um,
His wife weapon.
you got that one, buddy. As I walk past him, let's slap him on the kneecaps. Like all of you, bud.
No, I got my own wife problem to worry about.
Does anyone here not have issues in a relationship?
I don't have any issues.
I don't have a
Um,
relationship.
This guy is missing his wife. You're missing his wife. I
I'm
lost my
my wife.
girlfriend.
I'm not missing my wife. I know exactly where she is. That's the problem.
Where's her body?
I pat a satchel.
It's just Jared. Just yeah, she's there.
You look at the satchel and it does not look to be the size of a female body.
You shrunk her?
No, it's a bag of holding specifically made to hold a body and preserve a body.
So you carry a morgue on your hip?
Kind of. Only one body.
A mini morgue. M squared, if you will.
Ooh.
Kind of? You sure? Let's go with that.
Anyways, this is a long day. Is Trusk anywhere near? I'm just gonna start looking off the edge of the ship for Trusk.
Roll perception check.
Oh God, fucking please end my suffering. That's a 15.
You think in the farthest of distances, you can see the remnants of some land where the general trajectory of Trust would be.
I swear to God, if we land on Titran, I'm going to blow your brains out. I know where you live.
So
Wait.
Boom.
Wait, that thing. Just a mini guy pointing off the edge of the ship. There, land hose. What?
Land hose?
Yeah,
I'm not gonna question it.
I don't see any mermaids over there. They're land hose.
Fair point. Alright.
I got a snicker out of Rick though. That's why he was just shaking his head.
Sweetie
Wait,
loses 15 hit points.
Okay, I have everything I've said in this conversation. That's what makes me lose the hit points.
That was something else, man. I don't know.
Okay. So about Untight back on Trust, then we need to find the one and only Lemach
What?
and ask him about his device to travel the planes.
But
Oh.
before we get there,
He's running a hippie religion too.
Cassius, do you want to fight?
Don't we need someone to move the ship?
I'm sure Sweetie could do it. I mean, if you don't want to, I mean, it's like, but yeah.
Well, I would,
His-
I would, but you see,
Mage hand.
I'm a little weaponless, and you know, I don't have my trident, and I'm not even tipsy. How am I supposed to fight?
We
The
could
only way you
brawl it
fight-
out. Dante can get you some wine. I mean, I was just a fan of yours growing up, and it's always been a dream.
What, to kick my ass?
Right? No, kind of.
Well, that might be the outcome.
Here's my my rule. What was it? What was your name?
Oh, well, Roku.
Roku, here's a little something I learned a long time ago. If you're good at something, don't do it for free. That's why I don't fight anybody without some cash on the line, and also my lucky charm.
I'll bet you 100 gold.
Well, you got yourself a deal.
What if you fight each other using only your hands? That way,
Deal.
none of you have a weapon.
Well, it's out of the
And-
realm of what I would regularly do, but I'll try something out.
Another rule. Out of my entertainment, no magical means at all. Looking over at Roku.
Yep, fine. Sounds good.
What?
You know, some people are like magically adept and they can like use magic to fight like with their hand. You know.
Some of us are demigods and yeah.
Can you lower your camera like at least like an inch or two?
I don't know if I can,
Oh,
but I
that
will
was
most
so
certainly try.
Because like it was like cutting off right at your bottom lip, and I was just like, well, that's so much better.
All right. He takes the final bite of the cheese. First one to get knocked on their ass or pinned loses.
Deal.
Or wait, first to 3. How does that sound?
First to 3.
3 what?
Ass knockings or pins.
Deal.
You can call it. And he gets down into like a pose, ready to grapple.
Sweetie.
Oh, I hereby decree the fight will engage in 3. Go!
And you sort of go and grab at each other. And I need you to roll an athletics check for me.
I rolled a dirty 20.
And he goes and, why you? And you grab him on the shoulders and immediately just kick out your foot in front of you, swing it back, and it hits his leg, and he lands directly on his back. And he, all right, not too shabby.
Roku 1, Cassius 0.
Hey, caught me by surprise. I won't let it happen again. And roll an athletic check.
16.
As you jump forward, he goes and just punches you in the face, lays you out as you don't even have time to brace your fall. You get turned around and your face just into the ship floor.
Ooh, that one's gonna hurt, folks.
1-1.
All right. I'll help you up.
Nope. I'm gonna get up and instantly charge at him.
All right, roll another athletics check.
27.
Oh, shit.
You charge at him, and he goes to grab you, but you slink closer to the floor and hit him in the chest. And as he goes, he starts elbowing you. You lift him up, and you throw him over top of your head, and he hits the deck, and I got a splinter.
Nothing bad, but he is splinter.
Yeah.
Cassius 1, Roku 2.
Game point, huh, Roku?
That's right.
And as he goes to jump in, he spits in your face as you like try to recover, and you like, and he charges at you as you sort of brace your eyes from his spit.
I rolled an 11.
As you and you go to wipe it, he wraps himself around you and full suplexes as your shoulders land into the ground. And he rolls out from underneath you and stands up, cracking his knuckles.
Well, match point, 2-2. You guys know who has what points. They're the same.
Sure are, showman.
Okay, let's, for the final point, let's reset.
Fine.
Would that be fair?
And he starts like walking back. He takes the wine bottle and like shakes out the very last drop and sets it down. For all the marbles,
Okay.
huh?
Let's see it.
When the other
Standing directly in the middle of them. Okay. And go! As I like take a step back.
$22.
You both run at each other. And he goes for a big overhead grab once more. You think he's trying to spin around and suplex. So you go and you spear him once more around the midsection, which he knows is going to happen this time. So then he wraps his arm around your head, lifts up your other arm. So you're sort of stuck at this awkward position under his armpit. And he goes to drop you on your face. As he falls down using all of his force, you playing your other hand on the ground, then pull him up with just the sheer force of your neck. And you take him over your shoulders and just slam him onto the deck.
That's some WWE shit right there.
Yes, ow.
You got lucky. He stands up.
You seem out of practice.
Well, I've been a fucked up elf for a little while. Thanks for the training.
Anytime. Hopefully next time you'll do better.
He's like, and as you sort of like is kind of pissed off about it.
The dude that's trying to pretend like he's not pissed off about losing.
Mm.
So wait. What Roku won? What does he get? Because there's like he bet $100 or gold. But
I guess you want this back then.
No, I need you in Brighton.
Well, wait. I thought I was just drinking in Brighton.
Yeah, drink for 3 weeks. That should be enough for 3 weeks, right?
One less.
Not usually, but I'm sure I can make some money on my own.
Yeah, fight somebody or something.
Right. Next time I won't go down so easy.
Counting on it.
And with that, he awkwardly sort of slumps away and as his back is now hurting a little bit more. He's also covered with splinters on his backside as well.
I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, the ship. Go, run back up, grab the wheel, and like try and just aim it. Kind of over at the island.
You just like
I saw.
Like tap it sideways, and the boat ever so slightly starts to move to the left.
I think this kind of looks. That's the sun. Yeah, we're on course. Well, out. How long far? Or how far away does it look like? Like out, like time wise.
You think maybe you could get there pretty late tonight?
Okay. So we got like the rest of the day till we get there. Well, what do you think, Roku?
What?
What do you think?
I think
Well,
I
why-
kicked his
wh-
ass.
No, not the fight. Hear me up here. We are about a day, not a day. We are like, we'll get to Trusk by tonight. What do we do until then?
Uh, uh, I don't know. What do you want to do?
Mm. You have a dagger?
I want to say yes, but I'm not sure.
Do I have a dagger?
Do you still have the Vecna dagger?
No. Because I threw it.
Yeah, you like dramatically hung up the dagger.
And I like threw it away. Didn't I?
I believe that is the case. Yes.
Yeah.
With the amount of weapons we have, I feel like one of us should have a dagger.
We should have like one dagger lying around somewhere.
Mhm.
Oz is a wizard.
Statistically.
There's probably a dagger on
Yes,
board.
I have a dagger.
Oh, great.
Pop your
Okay,
hand blade out.
Put your hand directly on top of mine. Or let's roll for it. This is what I meant by roll for it. Whoever loses, their hand goes on top.
Wait, do you actually want to roll for it?
What's going
No,
on
we're-
here?
We're gonna do the
trying bowling
knife
for it.
thing from Aliens.
Okay.
Oh
Stone,
god.
shears, parchment.
Oh, we're not.
Okay, so you're on top.
Sure.
Trying to play rock paper scissors with the zoom delay is a
Wait, rock, paper, scissors. You mean stone, shears, parchment?
Is that why it took you so long to say the things?
Yeah.
Because you were thinking
shut up.
of alternative names.
stone parchment.
Yeah, kinda.
shears.
So I'm not the biggest of brain. His hand goes on top. I'm gonna start doing
Weakling.
I'm gonna awkwardly.
The Vecna
Just-
hand.
Yeah.
He puts this decayed hand over top of yours, and it feels cold and wet to the touch, almost as if he was like the Shadar Kai, as it is covered in this like oily sort of lotiony like substance, but is also decayed and sort of floppy and hangy,
Kind of leathery.
leathery,
Tough.
Yeah.
and his fingers
yeah, just-
outstretched so much longer than yours.
After I get used to the touch, start to like it almost. I'm gonna start doing the knife game.
I'm sorry, what? Personal preference.
Oh yeah, I forgot he has the fucking fox cutter.
Do you sing a song with it, or do you just?
I have all my fingers.
Yeah, I was wondering
I
if you were going there.
yeah, I think I heard a song back in the day.
I can't even remember that song.
Eh,
That just brought back memories.
I've got. I'm gonna like do it. Start really slowly. I've got all my fingers. The dagger goes chop, chop, chop. I hit the spaces in between, and my fingers won't fall off. And if I hit my
I need you to roll a
fingers,
sleight of hand
I
check.
think I'll cut myself.
You don't know the words, do you, bud?
No, I don't. I got an 11.
As if I hit my fingers, the blood will soon run out. Oh, chop, 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 chop. My fingers up to speed, and as soon as this happens, Roku, your hand on top is just getting sliced every single movement. Roll a damage die for a dagger here.
Isn't that a D4?
D4 plus your strength or dexterity, whichever one's higher.
They're both +3, so you got 6.
Slice. There's like the healing salve is obviously like not being helped out by cutting your hand open as it's trying to heal.
Ow.
And then at the end where you sort of like you pull your hand away and slap the knife down. Sweetie pulls his hand away, which just drop yours down, and he takes the hilt of the knife and just crushes it on the back of your hand, and you're like,
Sometimes it's funny just to watch you do you.
All right, my turn.
I think this is a pretty fun game. Just slap my hand down on top of the leathery hand.
yours, like, it fills up this space on his hand. Like, it doesn't even reach out to the fingers.
I'm just gonna stab myself, but yeah, I'm gonna fucking send it.
Take the knife. As you roll a sleight of hand check.
I also got an 11.
Oh, I go. I start to stab, and as you start to go again, you miss completely and just go and almost stab yourself. You move your hand in the whole process, and Sweetie's hand sort of slides out from over top of yours because your hand is so oily and wet that it slides down. And as you pick the knife up, you just you go to stab at your own finger, but now your guys' hands are overlapped like this.
Oh no!
And right into the tip of Sweetie's pinky, you just pin it to the ground. Roll damage on that.
When they said no damage, I was like, haha.
If this is my dagger that I'm using, it's a D8. But I'll use the D4.
Well, you also have like +5 to strength, so.
Yeah, so still a 6. I rolled a 1.
Sweetie,
Yeah, we both did 6 damage.
your pinky is pinned into the ship, and you go to you want to pull it away and but you can't move it or else it'll rip the tip of your finger off, and so you just.
As soon as he picks it up, I'm just. Not a wimp. Put my hand back down on top of his.
He's now bleeding all over your hand.
Was it the first one to bow out?
It sort of ooze, they sort of rise to the surface, but they don't start pouring all over. Sweetie's is just squirting with his artery, or an artery, it's like that.
I mean, yeah, we can go first to bow out.
All right, both of you put your hands. I'll stab. I'll use the knife. I never see my hands. Or just your hands.
I don't think that's how this game works.
Fine, I'll put a hand in. Mage hand.
Sir.
Big leathery hand. Small baby man hand. Weird spectral ghostly hand that sort of floats in between the two of them.
So would you like your turn at stabbing, or should I be the one stabbing?
I'll stab, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Roll sleight of hand.
I'm gonna. Before he does that, I want to take my hand out and put it under Roku's.
I'm slippery, man, so I'm just gonna whoop, right underneath this.
It's just,
Well,
we're just
+2, 18.
right away he starts out at that incredible speed, just and as Oz instead of singing "I've got all my fingers," he starts to mumble as he stares at it some weird spell incantations as opposed to singing a song as he and you guys are standing there. His mage hand pushes your hands aside as he slams on the table, and his eyes glow off this faint residue of blue as his mage hand disappears.
I'm not tell you magic. And new dagger.
I didn't like that song.
pick the dagger back up.
That's too bad.
Put my hand back down.
Mage hand over top of it.
Roku, you bowing out?
Oh no.
Your hands on top then. And go.
Sleight of hand check.
What's the bet here? Or are they just passing time?
Who cries first?
That is sleight of hand. You said 24.
Oh, and you sing perfectly. And as you start to sing, you get into the groove of it, and it becomes very easy for you, like a percussion instrument. Like you're playing some bongos using this dagger. And it's just all of a sudden you get so in tune with yourself, you don't stop where the knife game song usually stops. You get to that double tempo where you just and you start. Your sword flies out from your backpack as the dagger continues. The sword goes the opposite direction. You're interlacing your fingers. And you go, oh, sorry. Like you just had a thing going there. You stop the knife, the sword falls.
Impressive.
Okay, Roku, you beat that one. Slam the dagger in the table next to
All
him.
right, sweet.
Or in
Hand
the
on top.
ground, wherever. I like dramatically put my hand down, but it's like smaller than everyone else's, so it doesn't even matter.
Just as little.
Thank you.
Oh boy. 5. Just fucking
Oh, no.
stab it right through our hands.
Both of you guys take dagger damage. As it's not directly through the middle, but like it's Sweetie's middle finger and your like webbing of a finger, and you just
That's gonna hurt.
as you both kind of just sit there like
He rolled max damage.
Nah, this is 9 damage for you.
Yo, fucker.
Why am I doing this to myself?
This is
your
such a
hands
great game.
start bleeding on into each other as you kind of just sit there and like look like
This is
Any
fun.
boys thinking about bowing out?
I can do this all day.
I mean, I don't think I'm part of this competition. I'm just here for the fun of it.
I have more hit points than you.
Are you sure about that one?
Alright, my turn. Nice.
Hey, is
Just
his
kinda
hand in or
glaring
is it
at
still the
Roku.
ghost hand?
It's Leo's hand.
Then what's the...
You know, Oz, I think you should put your Oz, no more ghost hand.
Okay.
Put
And
your
I hand
hand
the
in
knife to
here.
Sweetie.
Be a man.
as you guys pull out the knife once more. Suddenly, Dante has walked up upon the conversation, and he looks and goes, "Are you all serious?
You
I
want to play?
spend all my resources trying to heal you all, and you go stabbing each other in your free time."
I am not stabbed anyone, nor have I been stabbed.
And he just walks away, like throwing his hands up in a sort of like, "What the fuck? What am I gonna do?"
Wait, is that a no? You don't want to play?
No, I don't want to play.
All right, sweetie, your turn.
Well, no, isn't this Oz's turn now? Because he's actually like
I'll
he's
just
actually
observe.
playing. Oh, you're just observing. Okay. Just go for it.
Sleight of hand.
8.
Once again, as you start to go, you hit the farthest away finger over here on the pinky, and as you try to trace it back to you behind your thumb, you just cut open the top of it, of your hand, as well as Roku's, because his pours out.
Yeah.
And it stings just a little bit worse. You feel like it's worn out. You cut it so many times.
You're doing this on purpose.
No, you moved and you messed up. You messed up my hand.
You guys look, you've formed this puddle of blood on the ship.
Okay, that was 4 damage.
Ren.
And this continues. Oh, so lovingly. and it comes down to the point where it's pure exhaustion and intensity that carries you on. So to settle who is the winner, I need you to make Constitution saving throws.
Wait, I get +3, right? But he doesn't.
I mean, I don't think that you have to give it to him, so I think you think you're good.
Well,
I'm gonna say that's my third nat 20 of the night.
You're fucking. I just rolled a nat 20.
Oh my
Wait,
god!
okay.
It never ends. It never ends.
Wait, what's your con score?
I was like, I got a 4, and I got my +3, so I get +7. Yeah, +7.
You fucker! I have +5. Sad.
Neither of you give up. You continue cutting at your hands for hours. The only difference is Sweetie's hand is smaller and thus can only fit so many cuts on it. And that is the only reason why Sweetie technically loses, is because there is no more places to cut by the end of this event.
Bro, I'm like an emo kid.
Just covered. Everything's bloody. There's blood. There's blood on the hilt and the blade of the knife. And you both just kind of look at each other as you stare at your red, raw, pulpy hands.
Was it worth it?
Probably not, but it was.
Nothing a nap won't fix.
Somehow true.
That is very true. You're just gonna. You wake up in the morning, you're like, oh, good as new.
Well, what do you know?
Round 2.
What do you know? Well, is Trust getting closer?
Yes, you do this until nightfall, which of course brings about Trusk. You see upon the shore, you see lights. You see the Crimson Clover, this towering bar / inn / fighting ring, lit up and busy with people all around. The night is rather cold, which makes the torchlight and fires lighting up the city all the more pleasurable. As you sort of land, and Cassius says, well, I think this is the place. Where's the arena? It's still up in the 10th floor.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Perfect. I'll meet you guys in Brighton in, say, 3 weeks.
Sounds good. And I'm gonna shake his hand with my bloody god hand.
And he stares at you, like he grabs it and like way too firm, shakes it, and he's like,
Grabs it.
Okay.
Squeezy some blood out. Squeeze
As
some
he-
blood out.
oh, absolutely, yeah. The blood just runs down his hand as well as he.
He's still making eye contact. Like,
Yep.
As he walks off the ship, or I assume he's leaving. As soon as he gets not out of earshot, but exits the conversation. That guy should really just fight the queen with us because he really owes us. I mean, we just saved him from
he is
eternal
sweetie.
slavery.
He is.
Well, you had to pay him 1,000 gold to go get drunk, so he would do
I
it.
paid him
I mean,
100 gold so he
same
could get to
thing.
Brighton.
He's gonna buy a bunch of booze anyway.
That's the plan.
Good for him, I guess. I don't know.
Is he better drunk? Is this a thing?
I don't know.
Clearly, you've never seen him fight.
No, I
If
haven't.
I
he's
haven't
not
heard
drunk,
about the guy.
he's doing it wrong.
That sounds.
Well, apparently you know a little bit more about this guy than I do.
He's a legend. The only reason I won is because he wasn't plastered.
Are you sure about that? I've seen you fight.
Oh, absolutely.
Some things.
So what? This guy's almost a god at fighting.
Well, no. If we would have done that wrestling, and he was wasted, I'm telling you, would have done for Roku.
Well, let's take a rest, I guess. Sleep off your hand injuries that you've inflicted upon yourselves.
It's a scratch.
Well, let's see. This is an old guy we're looking for, right?
Yeah, so he's probably asleep by now.
He's probably asleep by now. It's like what? 6?
7:30 easily.
Like
It would be
half
about
past
it would be about
6.
6 o'clock. You presume?
Dude, snoozing.
You guys want to go and
Zoinks.
you guys want to do something?
Do we have anything we can do?
There's plenty of stuff.
If I unattune from my armor, do I still get the 19 AC? Or is that part of the attunement?
Yeah, it's what, +1? Is that
Yeah.
what okay, then yeah, it would be just regular armor then.
Because I feel like a new weapon.
You want to go shopping?
Yes, but my wealth, most of my wealth I gave to the floating eyeball, my adamantine.
You have any gold pieces left?
I do.
How many?
1,850.
Wait,
That's,
You're carrying more than I am?
Wait, what did you spend yours on?
I just kept handing it. Why was I handing my money away?
Just kept giving it.
Because you had 4,000 and thought it was infinity.
I need to get some stuff anyway.
I'm down to $1,000.
We
And
really should get the rest of that block back, the adamantine block.
I need to go and find some herbs and spices to bring my owl back to life.
Have fun with that.
I'm
I'm saying, sweetie, is we snap to the adamantine block and we snap back. It's easy.
No, I'm. 1 second. Herbs and spices.
11 herbs and spices, man. What?
Are you making an owl or chicken?
It's magic.
You do you, man.
That's what
I think there might be
doing.
someone at the bar that I think I can make a pretty penny pretty quick.
Yeah, you guys also don't know where you're supposed to find this man as well. So
Seeing as I lived here for a while as a mage,
as
do
well.
I know where they would sell the incense for a fine familiar?
Yeah. It seems as there's a certain store that is run by a man named Bob that seems to have a variety of objects, especially the random components you may need.
Alright, I'm gonna go head down to Bob's.
All right, the rest of you.
Roku, where are you going?
You should come with me to Bob's, see if there's anything that you need.
Fuck Bob. I'm not going to Bob's.
I'm gonna go look for information on this crazy dude, and I'm gonna bring Sweetie along, hopefully, because he's the.
Alright,
I'm going to the bar.
I'll find you guys.
We'll meet back on the boat here in a bit, anyway.
Oh, Bob is not a. If you've never met Bob, he's.
I've met
Good
Bob.
luck.
Truskin's no Bob, he's got a.
I met Bob. Trust me.
Well, don't tell him hi for me. I fucking hate
I
that
won't.
guy.
If you see him, tell him his cigarettes kind of suck.
And his cloak is cheap.
I intend to go there for certain herbs and spices.
And his glove doesn't fit right as it's like trying to shove my god hand into it.
You should have got the biggest size glove.
You ever seen
Or
O.J.
gauntlet.
Simpson try to put on a glove? That's what you look like. You're like,
Well. Going down to Bob's.
You make your way into the city, down to the old-fashioned Bob's, this, that's, and the others. A store for all of your general needs. As you open, the smell of musk and cigarette smoke hits you very hard. And you just hear, "Huh? What are you doing in my store?"
I'm looking for some 7 herbs and spices.
Uh,
Incense, if you will.
I don't know, aisle 10? Something like that.
Alright. I will walk down aisle 10.
Conveniently labeled aisles, reveal number 10. And you find that there's this this incense sort of pack that is exactly 10 gold, and it has sort of labeling on it that looks to be like on it says find your own familiar, easy. And it's this sort of dragon that is like it looks like a Chinese dragon sort of, that is holding like this rod of incense that seems to be sort of smoking in the picture, whatever incense does, whatever that's called, incensing.
Alright.
And it comes with 10 sticks as well as this draconic holding piece.
Oh, it
And
comes
it
with
looks to be
10 sticks?
Yeah.
So that's enough for one familiar, right?
Wasn't it just the gold piece equivalent of?
Yeah.
So it's
10
just
gold
like
pieces.
whatever the quality is, I guess. That's
Yeah.
what.
I'll grab 3 of them. What
You
else?
grab, and it's like basically it's like a kid's magic kit, and it has like very like goofy advertising and drawing of like an owl and a weasel and like what's familiar, like a cat on it, and they all are like goofy cartoons, and yeah, very basic instructions on how to summon your own familiar.
Is there anything else interesting in aisle 10?
Roll an investigation check for me.
Ooh, I'm good at those. Ooh, that's a good roll too. 7 plus 9. That's a big honkin' 26.
You find a little stone that has a small sort of profile picture of some large-nosed sort of. It looks to be kind of a person. It looks like an Easter Island statue. Like it has the general shape of a person, but like it has like a square nose and it's carved out of stone. It doesn't have a distinct eye, but it has like the shape for it. And it's this small sort of pale tan stone. And it has by the way, it has a little twine wrapped around it and has a little price tag that says 5 gold.
I'll take that too.
You sort of pack up these long rectangular boxes and you put this stone on top.
I think that's all I need. So I'll go to checkout.
As you walk, you finally end up seeing where the checkout is, as you can't even see it from the front. You see that same old balding human male with almost goggle-like glasses that magnify his eyes to bug-like proportions. Did you find what you desired?
Yep. And I sit the items down.
Better be willing to pay full price for this.
I sit down 35 gold.
I had a kid who looked like you come in and try to rip me off of my whole stock. He takes it. Damn kids anyway don't even know what hard work is.
I don't think I did that.
Yeah, well, don't be sending any owls into my business after I give this to you. And he shuts his register where he keeps his gold.
Well, thank you. Have a nice day.
Get on out. Go on. Go on, get.
I leave the building and start and look at, and put the incenses in my backpack and start looking at the rock.
You sort of wrap off this tag, and yeah, it sort of looks to be like a small button of some kind, because you can press down the that profile head shape.
It's a nuke.
It slides down a little bit. Yeah, you just blew up a country. You know what?
Does it do anything?
Yeah, it just like slides down.
Test.
You speak into it and no response.
Mhm.
The other two of you walk in front of the Crimson Clover, where on a small sandwich board out front has a well-designed painting, as well as words above it as a sort of advertisement, a very familiar figure. And it says, "Tonight only, Sork Tormo," and it has a very, very familiar halfling male painted on the front.
He made it.
I'm back to the pod to meet my friends.
Wait, is he going against Cassius?
What?
It doesn't
Or-
look like he's fighting in the picture. It looks
The
like he's like,
halfling piano man.
yeah, the halfling piano man is sort of like in his like dressed up tuxedo attire, and he's like in the poster.
Oh.
It's very well designed.
Yeah.
So he's fighting Cassius.
Cassius explodes.
Okay, well, the past few times I've been in here have been okay, so. I
You
won't kick the
literally
doors open.
blew up a bunch of fans and got jailed, and yeah. Anyways, you swing
I've
the
been.
door open, and you see that that regular crowd of people, on a busy night.
The shadiest one I would like to approach.
You look over to a guy. He seems to be wearing an eye patch. He sort of has a wife beater A shirt on with a grease-backed hair. And as he's sitting at a table playing cards, he goes, "Oh, hey, I know you. Hey, how'd it go with the Bear King?"
Oh,
Because that guy is certainly the most shady-looking individual in this room.
that's fair. That's fair. You know, we had a good chat with him. Some useful information. Look, I want to kind of like pull him down to like super quiet. Look, after dealing with him, and I obtained some pretty precious materials. Do you know where I could, trade it for a pretty penny?
How pretty are these pennies? Takes out a scrap of paper and starts writing on it. "Look, I'm unfortunately out of the game, so I can't help you. But here, take this for your troubles."
Grab it. What's it say?
Meet me out back, 10 o'clock tonight.
Thanks, man. This might help. Hey, it's not too late to get back in the game.
All right, you're
Fuck it.
talking too much. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, shut up.
Act more discreet. There's a reason I
Fuck
handed
out.
you the note.
Wait, we're acting discreet now?
Shut the. What are you? And he's obviously paranoid
Who's
because
you
no
playing cards
one's
with?
paying attention. As well as the other individuals at his table. There's two other guys there. One of them's in this like wide brimmed hat, and he's got this sort of red, almost looks to be like a sweater, but not like your sweater. It's just a heavy woolen material to keep him warm. And he sort of grumbles to himself. And the other one is this very sort of let back, boastful, yet very old. You've never seen a tiefling. Well, you have seen a tiefling, but you've never seen a tiefling so old before, as his skin is sort of wrinkled, and his skin is almost like sort of been dulled and weathered. It's red, but like it's not bright, and his horns are shaved down, old and battered, and he kind of lets off this as he stares at his cards, giving a very obvious bluff to anybody.
Okay, well, good luck with your cards or whatever. And I'm just going to go back to the entrance or wherever Roku went.
Yeah, Roku, what are you doing?
Where's Sork?
The sign said 5th floor. That's where the entertainment is at.
5th floor.
Sweetie, do you go with him, or is this?
Yeah, I'll go with him.
I'm finding what the Ulysses
Junior?
Jr. to pull us up.
Yeah, you get in and you go, and you like wave to him behind the counter. And as you're standing in the elevator, all of a sudden it just starts rising on its own. Like a sketchy roller coaster at Adventureland as you're going up that hill, just. But it is technically working. Because you're like, oh.
This is primo.
And then it has a red button for when to stop. As well as the floor is like sort of a pressure plate, so it kind of like sank a little bit, but not like drop. But you get up to the 5th floor and the lights are dimmed. Only one is focused on the stage, and as you step in, you see what is clear as day is Sork, the man who used to travel with you, or at least did up until the waterfront. He stands there and he sort of has he has a piano on stage with him, but he has a sort of what looks to be this 4-stringed acoustic instrument, and then as he's strumming away, he seems to be just getting to the finale of the song as he's very intense sort of strumming position. Well, that slaver man had no chance against my magic glass, because I freed Skotua when I kicked Sevni's ass. And he looks at you two in the back. Thank you all. Let us have a brief intermission. And woo, people start clapping. Everyone
Did you
stands
hear
up
that,
as he
sweetie?
walks
kicked
off
his
stage
ass.
very quickly.
He did it all by himself. He's fucking genius.
You know, I think I might have to go give that guy a good congratulations for doing it all himself. Yeah, would you like to congratulate him with me?
Freeing the slaves and shit. That was all him.
All right, let's go talk to him. I think that's a pretty good achievement. We should go, like reward him or something.
As you guys sort of like snake your way up through the crowd, everyone starts talking amongst themselves. But you walk up to the left side of this raised platform stage area, and a large, obviously Truscan resident, half-orc, goes, "Oh, slow down there. Sork don't like to be bothered in the middle of the show. No, bring him in. I got some explaining to do." He pulls back this velvet curtain, allowing you entrance.
Waddle on in.
So, how much did you see? As the halfling sort of slinks into his seat.
Enough to feel a little angry, to be honest.
I wouldn't call it angry. I think I'm honored to know a man so great that he was able to kick 70's ass himself.
I can explain.
That's a pretty cool feat, would you say?
Look,
would you like to explain?
I wasn't trying to steal your story. It's just...
You stole the story.
No, when I was on that ship with you all, you told Zeno of your exploits, and I talked to Gronk, and he explained to me about how you killed 70 and freed the slaves, and people like that sort of uplifting thing. So I'm singing a folk song. I may be saying I and me, but I really mean you.
I would let this slide if you said me and my group, me and my allies. If you at least made me a part of it,
Look, guys, I'm just a musician. I helped you guys out as much as I could. I'm sorry.
Sork, I'm glad to see that you're growing. Like, you're doing pretty well for yourself. Just, make it a little bit real. Put some truth behind it. I mean, yeah, there's truth there, but
You think
I don't want to have this conversation twice. You know what I'm saying?
These people want the truth. I'm a I'm a privileged halfling man. I grew up. I went to music school. I mean, my dad didn't quite approve of it, but what? I I don't know. Listen,
Sing.
it's not my fault. I needed to make an extra couple of gold pieces on the side. There's a project I need funding.
What type of project?
Yeah, here we go.
Now, don't get mad. You have to understand, I'm a resident of the waterfront when I say this. When you guys killed Sid, now that was a very wonderful thing that I thank you very much for. But unfortunately, it left a bit of a hole in our economy. A lot of rich people came and went to take the illegal plunderings of Sid.
But didn't we say we were gonna go and burn that town down?
Look, I'm from there.
That was the thing I think we said.
Listen. It's not me. It's the orphanage. You see, Sid was a bit on the nose, and to sway guilt from himself, he built an orphanage and named it after himself. And well, they don't have the gold anymore to keep it up and running. And I don't want more beggars on the street than there already are.
That's a good concern. But frankly, that's on you, bud.
Exactly. That's why I'm doing this.
I get that, but maybe let's take a break for a bit, like a few days, weeks,
Or
year, and make your own content. Maybe like keep it original to yourself. Don't
I've
bring our
tried
stories.
making my own content, but your stories are so interesting. They're so enticing. Once I tell them, everybody starts to laugh and feel for you guys. To just pretend that it's me.
well, we'll let it slide. I'll let it slide. If you start singing a song about me, Roku, the son of Cord, spread my word.
Ooh,
I'm
that's
I'm-
great.
I'm trying
Another
to.
good song. What about me? Maybe two.
I don't know about you people. When I was on your ship, you just told me to shut up and stay quiet. I didn't talk to any of you guys.
That was for your
And you did a
protection.
great job at that.
Fantastic. We applaud you.
I could write a story about Gronk or Hogar. I know a bit about them.
Would you like to travel? Learn some more? We have a
I-
doozy of an adventure coming up.
No, I need to make some coin for that orphanage.
I tell you, the story from this adventure, be outstanding.
But
Outstanding.
there's a very special child in that orphanage, one of unprecedented ability. That if he does not receive the proper care, could be a big problem for us all.
And, who is that?
I'm sorry. Can you elaborate?
There's a kid there, only a boy. But every night when he goes to sleep, his dreams start to unfold around him. When he has good dreams, good things happen. Butterflies fly throughout the halls of the orphanage and flowers sprout, but on those days where he has bad dreams, a great winged beast tries its best to break out and damn near kill all those orphans. They don't know how to stop him, but they can keep him at bay only with the proper funding.
Okay, so basically, there's a kid that's summoning a demon. What I'm hearing. What? Whose idea was it to keep this kid? Just
It's a child. He was innocent. His parents died in the. What motion was that, sir? I don't understand what you were referencing.
Long story.
Please, you guys get to go out and be heroic and take down a crime lord and kill a slaver. And I'm just a singer,
Give him credit
songwriter.
for it.
If you just give us credit, we'll be fine.
You don't know the market like I do. If I go out there and I say I've been lying, they'll eat me alive.
Or, you were technically a part of our group at that time, or at least under our protection. So if you put in terms like we, they'll be fine.
I'll try.
Listen, if I hear a song that you sing within like the next week and you say I when it's like me or Roku here, I'll let it slide. But just like I'll give you time to write a song using we, that type of term. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
If you
I'll
just
at
let,
least give you some time.
I'm making a lot of money tonight. I've been promised a big portion of the ticket sales, of which
That's good.
you two didn't pay for, I assume.
How dare you?
I just thought maybe you came in here and were planning to, I don't know, intimidate me. I didn't think you'd contribute to my funds. Sorry. So they're giving me
We're
a large portion
supportive.
of the ticket sales, and it's going to be a very big night with tips and everything. And I'm afraid if I try to switch around my songs on stage, I'll get all flustered and not be able to come up with things on the fly. If you just give me time.
Don't worry about it right now.
We're rooting
Don't worry
for
about
you.
it right now. Just in time, just switch it up. Make sure it's we. That's all I ask. I don't have to hunt down you two. I already got a couple people on that list.
All right, fine. I can do that. But you guys, you gotta understand. I appreciate what you did for Sid, but the waterfront ain't perfect now.
Again, I really thought we were going to burn that place down.
Well, what about you? An entertainer like yourself. Why don't you try and take command?
Oh, you didn't hear.
Don't.
Look, I gotta get back on stage.
You can't.
I,
That's a huge.
No, I know what he's.
Look, sorry guys, I'm being called up. Enjoy the show. He
Break a leg.
walks up the steps and slides to the curtain once
Yes.
more. The lights outside dim, and you hear woo as the crowd starts to welcome him on once more.
Roku, you know what this means.
King up to the
No, I have no idea.
Twin Tower.
I'm a note I
Unfurling it.
grabbed
My face.
from a while ago and just hold it up to Roku.
Reading said note.
Yada yada yada. Hey, it's Enigma. I'm in the waterfront. I'm in that bar underground. It's nice and homey. The people are there. Love scribble scribble scribble. Sincerely, Enigma.
It had a lot more to do with their relationship than Sweetie just covered, but yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Did you want to pay her a visit?
Well, now she has a little bit more power, and I'm, a little intimidated, but at the same time turned on. And
Maybe you could give her the apology she deserves.
I don't think that would go over too well. You read the letter. You read the part that's like as friends or associates, right? Nothing more. She even crossed out.
Do you remember how she was chained up and you went to go search the gold table?
Shh. You're lucky we're backstage.
Why? What would you do if we weren't?
Same thing I did last time. And I'm gonna exit.
Where
Right.
am I right now?
Edit. Same thing I did last time I was here. And exit.
Last time we were here, I got in a fight and killed my own brother.
Last time Sweetie was here, he blew up a bunch of people in this very room.
2 last times ago.
Oh,
That's true.
I
And he
was
also
not-
threw up in the elevator, and it was a rough time.
I was not here for that one.
And
So,
Holga had to comfort him about being abominations.
well, I mean,
Oz, you sort of walk into the bar and are just on the bottom floor.
Well, waiting here for those 2 people.
I want to find some information on this dude. Search the crowd. That's
On
what I
the
really came here for.
entertainment floor.
Are you staying up on the entertainment floor? Because like
It seems like that would be a hard place to do so. So
the
I'm gonna go
lights
back
are
down to the.
dim and no one's really talking, and as you're waiting for the elevator, he comes out and he's playing this nice little like and the piano. It's this very like jumpy tune. And just as you're about to leave, he says, and this is the story about how I defeated a crime lord single-handedly.
Oh Jesus! I'm gonna say that out loud as I'm exiting.
Oh my god!
This fucking guy.
People turn around and like, shh.
That sounds like Heroku.
You wouldn't know. You weren't there.
I'm on the bottom floor.
He comes down. Yeah, you guys come down to the bottom floor, and you meet with Oz once more.
So, I got what I went there for, and then some. And you what you came for.
That little shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. I might choke him, sweetie. I don't know if I can stop myself.
What's up?
We said we'd give him time.
What's wrong?
He did it all by himself. He did it all by himself.
All of it.
Is there something I should know?
We had this friend. You see all the sign outside.
Oh yeah. I saw that.
Basically, he was like he helped us. He was on our boat for a bit. And we told him stories, or a little bit of stories. And he basically turned them into songs. Except for, if you heard of like Sid, the crime lord over in Waterfront, or
I've heard
Former.
about him.
former, or Skotua, the slave nation. We
Oh, yeah.
liberated all those former.
Oh, former slave nation. I see.
We
That-
liberated those areas,
Nice.
and he was making it seem like he did all himself and was singing it to the public. So it's a little
What
aggravating.
for?
Money for an orphanage. I don't know. It's a dumb reason.
That's not a dumb reason.
I don't know. Stupid
It's to
kids.
save a kid that like summons demons. He has like dumb nightmares. Stupid kid.
Looks like someone wants to play a knife game for real.
I'm
Was
not
that a
opposed.
threat?
Yes.
Oh, man,
Wait, are you threatening a child?
I'm testing you.
you're saying you're gonna stab
Oh.
the child?
No.
I think Oz is
the
talking about
last
stabbing a
one.
child.
Anyway,
Like,
gathering
you-
information.
I was raised in an orphanage.
Wait, we're looking for information.
Yeah, what are you guys doing?
information. Like, take some
Information,
time,
look.
gather some information.
All right, what are you attempting to garner?
I forget the name. I'm sure Roku forgets the guy's name.
The name
So-
is
So I'm gonna go looking for a guy that is
Lemach strip.
weird and has a weird name and
Is that
studies weird
correct, Eric?
things.
Lemach strip.
Lemach scrap. Yeah.
Lemach strap. I'm gonna go ask around about him.
All right. If you're asking around, roll a persuasion check for me.
Ooh, persuasion.
I'm
I
gonna sit
am
down in front of the entrance.
Not terrible at this. Plus equals 22.
All right. You sort of walk around and you're like, hey, do you know of a Lemach scrap? And you get a response from an orc gentleman. No, that's no orc name I've never heard. Maybe you got the wrong place, bud. You keep moving on. You get similar answers throughout until you hit the table with 3 very shady individuals who you do not recognize. But you know who they are. And they say, yeah, that crazy bastard living in the hills. Yeah, I know of him. What are you looking in for?
I would like to talk to him, meet him. I've heard he's invented quite a few things.
And they all start to like look around at each other. 3 at the table start to look at each other and like, you want to talk to him? Maybe you could talk to him about some peace and love and happiness and the star signs or something like that. Am I right? Yeah, and they like all pat each other like, nah.
Alright. Well, goodbye.
He's off in the hills. He's past the Core Temple by the Capitol building, about a bit north. You don't know the place. He's built a big bunker in the middle of nowhere.
Okay. And I leave.
Nice seeing you, Lemach. And they all start as they slap the table again.
Well. Looks like that's a mission success. And I'm just gonna stand by Sweetie.
The front door is where it's at.
All right, yeah, you go stand. Roku, what are you doing?
Information has been found. But back to the ship. Package security.
All right, so you all sort of like take a couple steps outside of the Crimson Clover, and the loud noise is sort of drowned out as you take a few steps out.
Well, now what? We know he's in the hills.
Behind, past the Core Temple by the Capitol building in a bunker. That's clear to
what?
go off of. We go there tomorrow, first thing in the morning,
Nap time.
on the boat.
As I clap my hands, just fucking ow. My hand.
Yes, it burns very badly. You all go back to the ship and make your way downstairs. And as you lay there, some of you make sure to lay your hand outside of the blankets to get the cold air on it.
Reading my book.
You what?
Spoon my book.
You spoon your book. Is it the book the big spoon or the little spoon?
Little spoon.
That makes sense. And with that, I assume you all take a long rest.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You wake up, your hand scarred, but no longer bleeding, and you can just fine. Everything's great. No pain whatsoever.
All right. First things first. I need the big old Salvi boy. Need to put the Salvi boy on.
Once again, it unfolds. As it hits your arm, you feel something connect as you feel a pain in your chest. And as you look down at your arms, you see your veins protruding from the decrepit hand into your regular hand as they have intertwined. The regular hand's veins now overtaking the blackness and becoming blue as you look down at them. But as you look down, you feel it connect with the rest of your body and finally connect with your nervous system as it starts to. It's still very much a decrepit. It looks like it's just back in his hand, but now the blackness in the veins is gone. It's a return to normal, and they sort of fused together. The salve is like almost halfway gone now.
I want to investigate the little head thing.
Oh, the headstone. Do you have a? Are you just investigating it?
Yeah.
All right, roll investigation check or an Arcana check.
Arcana, I think, 'cause it's magical. Maybe. I don't know. Well, either way, I get the same bonus. That's a big 25.
All right. You sort of listen to the sound as it just the stone slides into itself. But as you press it all the way down and you listen very closely, you can hear a sort of like a gust of wind. You can hear something almost moving, but there's no room for anything to be on the inside. So as you listen to it, you gather that it has some sort of magical effect, as if it is reaching out towards another item that would relate to it.
So I got half of an item. That's fine. Maybe I'll come and use the later. Put it in one of my pockets for later use.
Tuck it in.
Tuck it.
Sweetie? Roku? How do you guys get up?
I get up as easily as I fell asleep.
You
Feeling
just
good today. Feeling good today. Gonna wake up, stretch it out.
take her for a test spin, you know?
Take her for a test spin before I get up, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Head up to go look for Lemach.
Nope. You're close. You're in there, bud.
Lemach scrap.
Lahakama.
L'chaim.
Scrap.
Johannes.
Yeah. It's my boy, L'chaim.
And wait,
L'chaim crabs.
Malake.
All right. You all make your way off of the ship and move forward. Oz has the only directions to this man's place of residence.
All right, so we go past the Cord Temple to the hills by the Capitol building, and there is a bunker somewhere in there where this guy is.
And that way you start walking. You make your way through the sort of countryside as the Crimson Clover fades from view. As you move deeper into the city, looking around the familiar blocks, for some of you, familiar city blocks. And you pass by Bob's, this, and the others. But eventually you make the way outside of town. You see the Cord Temple open to those who want to enter. And it seems to be, you can hear from voices inside that some event is going on. You see from the, you see the big ivory fortress that is still in use as people are moving in and out, moving up and down the stairs. But eventually, with the help of your guide and information, you see a jagged row of hills, almost what looks to be the beginnings of some mountain formation. And in it, what looks to be a sort of half of an oval protruding from the ground. It's almost like a Hobbit door entrance. It like protrudes from the ground as this sort of half of an oval sort of sticks out, and you see a square door cut out into it as there's this wood that is just built into the hillside, going further into it presumably. But you see what you think is your entrance.
This must be the place.
Well, that's just obvious. I mean, Well, just-
So,
It's just
You
a
wanna go
door in the
first?
middle of a hill.
yes.
Well,
You want to
Who
go
wants to
first,
knock?
Sweetie?
well,
Is Dante coming with us?
No, Dante did not come with you.
All right, fuck that guy. Don't need him anyway.
He decided not to come. As you knock on the door, you hear the echo within the house. And you sit there silently until you can hear very, very light shuffling footsteps. As it seems something's moving and dragging closer to you. Hello? As the door opens, out peeks a green-skinned, hunched-over, old, wrinkly being. You see it as though his green ears come to a point, and his hair is white with age and very, very slim, as it seems to have balded. This is what is referred to as a gith, a very rare sight, even for Trusk. As you can see by his hands, there are just three, like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle hands, or like Yoda. Just these three claws, same as his feet. Is he? May I help you?
Wait, so wait,
yeah. Are you yeah. What was his name again?
Are you Lemach strap? Lemach scrap?
I am Lemach. What do you want?
Oh, we wish to borrow your device of planar travel.
I beg your pardon?
We wish to borrow your device of planar travel.
Who told you such information?
Headmaster Riker?
Ignotus?
Yeah.
I haven't contacted him in years. Why, that was before the days of the incident in Dragonhaven. No. But a few after. Anyways, what did he tell you?
He told us that you had an item that could help us travel the planes.
I'm afraid it's not for personal use, child.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt, but are you aware of what's happening within our world right now?
Care to elaborate, boy?
Did you hear about the massacre from the Raven Queen over in Brighton?
I heard, unfortunately.
Well, some who call themselves gods are trying to overtake the mortal plane. She's here. There's a few others that are going to come because
And what
there's
part do you play in all of this?
well,
Exterminator.
so far we're the ones that's been kind of like stopping it.
Oh, yes. You remind me of me and my friends when we were younger. I suppose you should come in. And he opens his door very creakily to this very, very dimly lit wooden interior.
Alright, I walk inside.
As soon as he opens the door, is there a secret laboratory?
What do you mean? Like out in the open or what?
Well, I mean, like, this guy has to have it somewhere. Where's the secret lab?
Secret lab.
Secret
You can roll a perception check if you'd like to look it up.
15 plus 2, 17.
As you look around, this becomes very obvious to you what this is. It is a boat that has been flipped over. It's now upside down as the bottom of the ship serves as his roof. You can tell because the dirt is the floor, and It seems as though the entire ship is flipped upside down. The rooms are divided just how the crewmates' rooms would be, as there is a large dining room table that looks almost exactly similar to the one you have on your ship. It's just on the what would be the ceiling as opposed to the ground.
Mm.
No secret passageways to any secret labs that you
No,
can see.
Well, damn. Yeah, and then just enter.
Come, Sid. When you speak of gods, it reminds me of my own travels when I was younger. We used to call ourselves the Seekers, stopping any inner-planar threats. Have you heard of such an organization?
I think
you
so.
aware of-
I have, actually.
I think our goals are. You might help us out a lot faster than we thought. So I'm gonna start throwing out names, terms, that type of thing. You'll catch on quickly. So the King of the Hunt, he killed our friend. So we killed the Bear King and the panda, the one. And right now we're trying to kill the Rat King because he's harvesting souls, and we know that he killed all your friends of the Seekers. So we're going back down to Abyss, and we're gonna kill the rat. Exterminator, pointing over to Roku.
Yes, that is true. I did understand everything you said, even though it was very fast paced. You know about the Lords of the Hunt rising up and taking the souls of the keepers to make the corrupted bow?
The bow is what took our friend, and then the King of the Hunt we killed him.
It's the bow is on
Sorry to
Roku's
hear
back.
that. What was your friend's name?
His name's Hogar. Actually, that's what we're doing. We need to get down to the Rat King quick
Hogar?
so we can maybe save his soul.
Like Gronk and Hogar?
How the hell do you know those guys?
How do you know them?
They were party members for a long time.
Traveling
They are
buddies.
That Gronk and Hogar.
Where are they now? Well, where's Gronk?
Gronk's grieving.
Gronk's grieving.
Follow me.
Hogar's half dead. Oh, well, okay.
He starts shuffling away. And as he's walking, he
Fun.
starts, sort of gesturing to you as he speaks. I introduced a religion many years ago to Trusk. I talked about the Celestian. I was the prophet for him. You see, they didn't worship any gods in Trusk. They were a godless land, and I gave them someone to follow. Lately, that light has been dimmed by Cord, but alas, the Celestian has no competition. Although I have lost the Celestian's light, it seems as though some nights he's no longer there. That was until very recently. And he opens another door, and you see what looks to be a stone, almost small pyramid-esque shape, sort of square bases as opposed to a distinct triangles. It flattens out on the top as opposed to a point. But floating about a foot over top of this stone pyramid is a small, moving yellow light. It looks as almost to be a star as it floats there. This is what is left of the Celestian. That was not there, but months ago. It appeared and it spoke to me. Gronk, Hogar, it said. And it seemingly floats, cascading.
So, this light, what you're saying is Celestian. Just told you names. No information on what to do with the names. just Gronk, Hogar.
I'm assuming Gronk and Hogar were my key to building the light of Celestian once more. But alas, if they are gone, I suppose it's as close as we will get.
Gronk is decommissioned. Hogar, there's a chance.
Right. The bow. The Rat King. You can free him if you go to the abyss.
Do you know how to extract the soul from something and maybe like fix it?
No, I don't.
Okay.
But I suppose you're looking for one of these. Ugh. He pulls out latches on that gold-rimmed bracelet with the spinning wheel on top of it. Right? The Rat
Yeah.
King.
Hey, the Rat King has one of those.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, exactly.
It used to belong to my friend, the keepers he executed. Well, I'm afraid I sympathize with your plight, and I want you very dearly to bring Gronk and Hogar back into commission. I cannot just let you use such a device. We are sworn, us seekers, to keep the multiverse safe. In many parallel dimensions, not interfere with one another too often.
Well, why don't you swear one of us is a seeker, and we'll take it off your hands.
I've kept my whole life guarding this device. I don't think I want to give it away to you. Basically strangers.
So what can we do to, have a better relationship? Earn your trust, if you will.
I can push you to the test. See if you're truly worthy.
It's just like a math test.
I'm
No.
sure
Can't do
those-
too good math.
No, I'm afraid you won't have to think barely at all.
Oh, that should be easy.
You'll manifest in the form of ancestral beings and face a soul test. One that will bear on your spirit, not your mind, not your sword, but your soul.
I'm sorry, I stopped following.
Come with me. Ugh. I didn't
He
plan
was
on
turning
doing
us
this
into
much walking today.
Did he say he was turning us into ancestral beings for a bit?
No. Maybe. Just let's go.
Scuttle along after him.
He goes around the pyramid that glows with this heavenly aura. And towards the back, it sort of hollows out at the end. And this you can see it's no longer encased in the ship. It is cut out of the stone. And you see a pit, a fire pit, and seats, these cushions around it. Have a seat. And he reaches into a cabinet of his and pulls out a brazen bowl made of copper and a mortar and pestle type thing. I forget which one this crushy thing is called.
Mm.
And he takes out a green emanating Jaud crystal, mined right here in Trusk. As you came to trust to study these crystals. And he takes it. And as he stands, he waves his hand. A fire starts in the pit. He breaks it, and the powder residue falls into the fire. And the fire casts shadow on you and glows now green, the same shade as the crystal, now broken. As he walks back over, he puts the two halves of the crystal, crushing them up into a fine powder. He seems to once again bring this to some sort of fire as he puts some flame under it, almost boiling the powder itself. And he brings it over and holds it over the fire and moves it around. It emanates the same green smoke as the flame. Everyone lean in. Take a deep breath. On my count. And he holds it out to you.
Get a deep breath. On your count?
Hey.
Hold it for your count.
On my count.
Alright. Lean in.
1, 2, 3. Sit down. And you all sort of like lean back into the chairs. And your eyes drift off to a close. And that is where we will pick up next week.
Bum, bum.